Malahoo Fort, where you say we're in the standing order.
What happened, Philip?
Standing orders of the House of Representatives of Jamaica, 1964.
But remember, they make a lot of amendments to the standing order, so maybe that is in the amendment as well. And we need to know what the standing order said about after you refer somebody, if you can. I can't watch. After you refer somebody, if you can recall it. We want to know what the standing order say about that, because Philip Powell is telling us that due to convention is the first thing ever see it happen, and it is worrying and troublesome what the government, what the ethics committee is doing. I want to know if Philip Powell is on good grounds or if Malahoo Fort is on good ground. Because as I said to the Jamaica Labour Party guys, not because of going and see PNP and do so a same thing are going up at you, Philipian. Because the CEO, them everybody go up at you and see the corruption with the tax exempt and just continue with it like it's the norm. And that is the problem.
There's no doubt about that aspect of it.
Yes.
There's no doubt.
The Jamaica Labour Party come in a power, and every single nastiness and dirtiness what we see the PNP do, instead of we root it out and set an example, we continue. And that is why UWI is coming to bite us in the ass now. Because if you read the letter that our Honorable Minister Tufton, the interview that he did, that is what he's basically telling us, that this is the norm and this is a systemic problem. Now we have been in power for 10
the norm
years.
And systemic problem. Well, it's been happening over the last 10 years. Remember, you can't just go inside immediately and just
Philippian, don't make me follow so early. Don't make me follow so quick, Philippian.
Hold on.
You are telling me that. Let me ask you a question, Philippian. Now, this is not about politics. I'm going to ask all I want upon the platform. Anybody can open the mic and answer it. Do you think if you, Philippian, are outlaw or pitbull or Kerry or Navi, if one of you guys were appointed to the board of UWI, do you think you need paperwork or you need anybody to tell you, say, the University Hospital allowing a private company to purchase equipment, bring in the country without paying a tax, carrying it to a private company and charging people? Do you think you need anybody to tell us that is wrong?
No, I wouldn't need anybody to tell me that is wrong.
So that is a problem. I'm having with the statement.
That is why I'm saying that the people, it starts from the civil servants who are there. We not say them not corrupt, because that is where the corruption starts.
But Tufton saying it is systemic problem. Me might try to make an excuse for the people them that was supposed to do the oversight. And I'm wondering if the reason why I'm taking this approach is because he wants to be cautious. And me personally, sit well with me. Philippian, because down to the layman in the street knows that is wrong. So you tell me that the chairman never knows that is wrong? Can you tell me that the CEO, Philippian, never know that is wrong? You yourself, Philippian, as a normal person, know that is wrong. And that is the issue that I have with the article. You can't tell me about a systemic issue. We had a power for 10 years.
Systemic meaning that it has been there. So perennial issues within our system.
Yes, Philippian, but we put people there.
There's no
and the people are supposed to oversee it. And there's often an argument that the best board couldn't put a stop to this because it's systemic problem. That is a big issue. That is a problem for us.
Something is inherently wrong with us. We don't have any integrity, because it would mean that we are just going to see bad things happening and just work with it.
Exactly. Either work with it or join it, which is the biggest issue that I am having now. Are you saying that because it is I am sure that
I'm not saying it should continue.
No, Tufton is not saying it should continue either. He's saying that we paying attention to the company or a person is not bad, but we need to also look into the fact that this is systemic. We are acknowledging that. Look how much time we turn on our live and say to Tufton, Tufton, the belly of the health sector is in trouble. The problem lies in the belly. We never need Tufton to put no article in the paper to tell you that. We have been saying this for over 10 years. Where Tufton now coming up no new news now? People want him to take action and make systemic changes. So by the time the tan in the house and never come out this morning with an article of Philippian. This article make it look like it's Tufton and make excuses for the well-placed board when claim to say put up there. This look like is an excuse, and it's not sitting well with people like me. But then it's staying until the committee come out with the findings. You can't tell me say the chairman of the board. No say if you were using tax exempt and buy things a private company, that is wrong. You don't need no system to tell you that. You don't need no paperwork to tell you that. That is wrong because you must know say tax exempt goes for the university hospital. Then when you become chairman, so when you get a let me ask you a question, Philippian. Because you're chairman for the school board. So you tell me say any random people can just come off of the street and just be chairman or anything, so? All the chairmanship work Philippian.
Tell life for me.
When you become a chairman of a board, outlaw, if you become the chairman of the school board, you're not going to learn the intricate details of the school and how the school work and the bylaws of the Ministry of Education and what the powers of the chairman and the powers of the board and whatever. So you just have people for the post and near money, so?
I can tell you, say, me personally, I'm very ethical. Me not try to break the law or do anything, that is considered untoward,
But Philippa, when you get a position, isn't it? You're not supposed to learn the position so you can operate within the laws and the ethics. So you tell me, say them are people up at the board.
And you allow ethics to guide you as well, and your common and basic principles.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Understand how tough time him run out like him a fix, like him a pick up for the board. When the internal auditor tell the country that from 2019, then cite the breaches and send it up to the board. So you tell me say a systemic issue make the board never see that?
Well, I mean, I know because of course there would have been boards that the PNP would have there, and then they have been doing this form of illegal. You have to call it illegal, call it what it is. It's illegal activities, and then the new board just come and adapt it or whatever.
Exactly.
That is the systematic.
But so you tell me that the people on the board don't know right from wrong. Say, all right, Philippian, if you are work at JUTC, be sure so when you get the job, them tell you what are the rules and what you must follow when you're the bus driver. So you tell me, say, because you come in at JUTC and say, me a thief the bus fare, you must come thief the bus fare because of systemic problem. That is a better tough than it's staying in our house. Philippian and don't come up. I tell you. Because this just upset the Jamaican people more. You can't tell people say because it's a systemic problem, it's a well-qualified board you put up there, couldn't see it.
Maybe he did not. I don't read the article yet.
All right, so let's go to the article.
Maybe he did not communicate whatever in the best
Let's go
way
to the article because I know you'll come with that.
I've had a problem.
Make sure pull up the article so because I know you're going to come with that. I know you was going to come with that. Because one thing we do.
Good night,
I'm going to read it tomorrow. Just can't bother for reading.
Yes, common sense. Good evening, my darling.
Munchie, your friend Tina Times just
big up yourself, common sense. Big up yourself.
Good night, my favorite.
Yes, good evening. Yes, good evening. So let's go to this article.
Please add Trevor
firing fix. No firing fix. So Tufton is telling us that no matter if we even fire the people, them it's not gonna fix it from day one, and I agree with that. I don't have any issue with that. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the removal of individual heads at the University Hospital of the West Indies will do little, you hear that? Little to cure a dysfunctional culture. I don't like the word little, and I am not disagreeing that the culture is dysfunctional. But same like how the man who we put up a JUTC, Kerry, can go up there and curve out the systemic corruption up there. I don't want Tufton to tell the country, say, the head of any organization cannot go do more to fix corruption. I refuse to believe that, and I am very, very sorry.
I don't believe that, and here
I
why.
refuse to believe that, Philippian.
Okay, hold on. Yes. Also, wait. You reference
Alright.
JUTC and what used to happen and how it has transformed. And I've seen the same with Heart. Look at what Dr. Inglinton has done with Heart, how she has transformed it.
Exactly.
So I think we can get certain
Of
people.
course, we can get the right people. Them to put
upstanding
it,
people
exactly.
to put in the position, but yeah, but
Exactly, Philippian. The Auditor General
whatever.
said, put qualified people in the position and it can work. If you look on it, yesterday I said this and I don't care for no one vex. When you look on that, then people that were come before the PAC yesterday, Philippian, last, the whole of them look done. The whole of them look like them, then look incompetent. The whole of them look done, Philippian, like they get the work through politics. Even the head of procurement look like say, he don't know he from bone foot.
Madam Speaker, what did you have for lunch?
No, but that's true. I refuse to believe that we cannot find qualified people in a Andrew Holness, Jamaica to put in position to fix this systemic issue. I refuse to believe that.
Madam Speaker, can I say something? Just a second.
Good evening, Travi. Wagwan.
Can I say something real quick?
Get the common sense.
Yeah.
All right, let me say something. In the world, everywhere you go in the world, health is the most. Health is one of the biggest thing in any country, right? And if you have a minister, we are run as a minister of health, and everybody can come and run around the minister of health and do what they want to do, and then the minister will come out and come tell you about say a system. Him no need for stay and he need for step down.
No, Otla, we not call for Otla want to with you, the man. We
not
not call for that yet. What we're saying this evening, Otla, and we make common sense. Let me clear up Otla because I know Otla I'm right and I mean want to not bring him, don't take him out of the part. Otla, what we're saying is say, put qualified people in the position and then hold them accountable. That is all I'm saying to Minister Tufton, and stop the bullshit. Go on, no, come on.
One second. That's what me I say now.
But 1 second, guy. My take from what Tufton is saying, listen, my take is that what he's basically saying, he may be worded a little bad, but remember, I use the word culture too. What he's talking about, Munji, is that is the whole bad system right throughout the country. I think him sort of use a broad brush to paint everything.
I agree.
Because what he's saying is the corruption period, and technically what he's saying is that the culture is a corrupt culture.
I agree.
That's what he's technically
But common sense, wouldn't you say that JUTC is a heavily corrupted company? And corruption still going on up there now. Don't you think the new leadership of JUTC is making a big dent in the corruption up there?
Big time.
Thank you very much.
But what he did though, him sort of trying to absolve himself of the responsibility somewhat.
I think at the board people them when fling up there, he might go talk about no, because he further on in the article he said no, it was qualified edu board in put up there and them anyway. Go on, Travis.
But what he should have done though.
What I can say, Munchi.
He could mention that, but he didn't structure it properly.
Yes. Hello, Travis. Now, so before we continue with the article, I look like nobody want to come in again.
But anyway, I should tell them, Madam, 1 second. Yeah. Madam Speaker, doing a damn good job, and I think you should go for law. I will buy your first textbook.
All right,
and I'm saying that publicly.
I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna sign up Monday week.
4.5 million at you for the
yeah, man. I'm gonna pay it. Outlaw, go pay it and Ireland and come and say.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah,
we have some nice. Gentlemen, unlike you and Taira, we are criticize the old gentleman them on the platform. Me and them perfect.
No, Munji, you can get student loan now, man, so you're good. All right, continue, guys.
Hello, Travis, if you come in.
Hold on there, Travis. Munchi, let me tell when you say transport, I lost my best friend. We go to him as a transport. Him go to transport authority to set discipline. And because of the discipline in the PNP government, and indiscipline in the PNP government. Them analyze him,
Yeah.
Douglas Chambers. You know, most heard about Douglas
Everybody hear
Chambers,
about it, of course.
right? Then take out my best friend just because he got if take set discipline. You understand me?
But you
So
see now, yesterday
I
the last
cannot.
two more driver get locked up and 10 last week. That is what you call changes. And the first thing the government did, because what I keep telling you guys, you know, because the PNP plant them people all over the public sector, you know, certain things we need legislation and we need the whole cabinet to come on board. You see, like how the cabinet came on board and said, let us move and switch to different type of buses. And it's like how we made the decision to put these type of buses in Spanish Town and in Rockfort and in Tarspen where the PNP garrison, they were used to thief the oil. You see the big changes. And then the next thing we do, put camera on the buses. And the next thing we do, we put tail, police. In a plain clothes outlaw, I take JUTC buses now. A pure plain clothes police, I work at the JUTC depot now. And those are the things that I'm saying, that do not tell me about systemic corruption. Tell me what you're going to do to try and change it. Oh no, allow Travis for the last time so we can move on with the letter. Go ahead, Travis. All right, outlaw. Well noted, Daryl Vaza, hear you. Travis, could you please give us your input so we can continue with the letter? Or you want to wait until the
I agree with you and I disagree with you.
Go ahead. I will not hear you look like you're on the table. I don't know if I forgot a Friday night or you have to eat your dinner. You want to finish eating dinner with your mouth first?
No, good. That. You don't come with that. Stop that.
You're strong now.
Stop that crap and outlier.
You're strong now.
And outlier talk, please and thanks.
All right.
No, me eat round table now.
Don't start
Mr. Outlaw, please. We want to move on next.
This kind of conversation they love. Yes.
If we could have moved on seriously, all right, jokes aside, right? Because this is serious.
Go on, I want with you. You know, more to say about it. All right, I'm going to come back. So, guys, you see me get my first disagreement. Guys, I do not like the letter that Tufton put out so early in the game, because we do not want to make the people of Jamaica seem that because it is a dysfunctional culture, we must not put up with prepare. We must not get with self-twisted or set up with self to say, oh, yes, we're gonna see a big change that way, because it is a systemic culture of corruption that has metastasized within the institution for a decade. I think that is true. Tufton is correct. And Tufton is saying that even if you change the head of the CEO, that not stop the corruption. But what I want Tufton to be very clear to the people of Jamaica is that we are going to make systemic change within the body of the University of the Hospital of the West Indies, so that we can see changes and we can have this corruption fixed once and for all. That is what we want to hear from the minister as well. His comment, the article said, comes amid an unfolding scandal at the teaching hospital triggered by the finding of a report from the Auditor General's department. Speaking to the Gleaner, and I don't know why Tufton gonna speak with the Gleaner. Speaking to the Gleaner on Wednesday, Tufton noted that even the most, hear this apart now, Philippiad. Even though the most well-credentialed board appointed to govern the hospital have historically, even speaking to the Gleaner on Wednesday, Tufton noted, even the most well-credentialed board appointed to govern the hospital have historically succumbed to a normalization of what the Auditor General Pamela Monroe report identified as irregularities. That is where I have the problem, Travi. This is my gross with this article, Travi. You are telling me that the most well-credentialed board members that Tufton is speaking of don't know right from wrong? Are you telling the people of Jamaica that even the most well-credentialed board appointees do not know right from wrong, Empress? Is that what the minister is telling the people of Jamaica this afternoon?
Not telling the people of Jamaica.
What is he saying, Travis? Help me to understand.
That even the brightest minds are thieves. And we'll find their way around the system and the rules and the laws.
I put it to you this evening, Travis. If you was on the board as the CEO, you are going to know your mind. But wait, then this is a practice there where the hospital buy a health private company to bring in things to use private. This can't right.
Munchi,
right.
Again, Munchi, you have to take into context what has happened and what he's explaining, right? Because I hear you talking about the JUT situation, but let me address UA Hospital first and what happened there. The chairman of the board, the now chairman of the board, not talking about the CEO because the CEO is different from the chairperson being Mr. Patrick Hilton, right?
Yes.
That gentleman came and he has been a member of the board between 10 and 15 years. And he never saw anything with regards to this action that happened under the time that he sat on the board. He already spoke on the matter that he's a board member nearly 15 years now.
Who are refer to?
The current chairman of the board. The hospital. I said not the CEO.
Mr. Hilton.
Not the CEO, Mr. Hilton, who's a board member.
Mr. Hilton was on the board before he became the chairman?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And he never know, say, UWI Hospital have used them tax exempt to bring in things to private company?
That's exactly what I said just now.
How the communication go? But it is a problem then, Travis. So what are we?
Munchi, you hear me? Just hear me. I will explain it. Just hear me. You see, in this case, it is not you is spending money where they need clearance. Because when you're spending a certain magnitude of money, you have to run it up the chain of command. That's not the case. It is the tax exemption certificate that the people at custom knows that you has, right? That the CEO or Jack then or whoever who works in their offices know that they have. That is what was used behind the people in back.
So let me ask you a question, Travis. If the CEO that runs the hospital, right?
Right.
The chairman of the board supposed to look about the day-to-day running and coordinate.
No. The chairman doesn't deal with the day-to-day running.
The chairman of the CEO do the day-to-day.
No, the chairman
right.
do the day-to-day running.
No, man, I missed it. The CEO do the day-to-day. What are the functions of the university hospital board?
To oversee the running of the hospital.
So what are they overseeing?
Hold on, no munchi. Because this is an illicit act. It doesn't come to board for discussion. That is the point the man is making. Munchi.
All right, let me rephrase.
You're not trying to understand.
No, I want to rephrase the question. Allow me to rephrase the question because this is important because this is, I am asking this question on behalf of the dumb people them who don't understand.
Right, and if you allow me to speak,
the CEO run the day-to-day running of the hospital, right?
Right.
And the chairman the board is supposed to do what?
Oversee high-level decisions, sign off on financial spending expenditures of the company, right? And review even financial actions that does not come to the board for permission. So let's say you give the hospital. Hold on, man. Oh my God, Munchi, you have to listen.
Your background noise, so we have to make sure we hear you. The chairman you're talking about, right?
The board, the entirety of the board.
Okay,
the entirety of the board. Yes. Within that board, they have a financial compliance committee. People who are there specifically to look over finances. Now, the operating mechanisms of the hospital is also, reviewed by the board. Things that they want to do outside of medical or operational or The hospital needs new dialysis machines. The hospital will go through procurement and procurement procedures to acquire anything. Certain high-level things has to be run by the board to get clearance, and some, the hospital's CMO, Chief Medical Officer, or the CEO has clearance, or even the financial control of the hospital itself has clearance to a certain amount of money. And if you listen closely in the report, right? They say them cut up the contract, they must be small so that you know have to go board approval. That is what has been happening, you know.
Yeah, so back to the tax exam. So you are telling the people of Jamaica
the tax exam does not need the board's approval for them to use it.
That doesn't meet the threshold where the chairman would know about it. That's what you're saying?
It does not need board approval.
Even though, listen to this, don't Travis, even though the chairman who liaison with the minister and the permanent secretary who supposed to look about our tax dollars. You are saying that an awesome power like that, where a CEO of this awesome power as it relates to the taxes in our country. Nobody know nobody now have the power to do what without no oversight.
I hear this no Munchi.
You know, sister, this is a big problem in the country.
Munchi, I have said this before. I'm going to open my eye to more of it. Every single public general hospital in this country has that same status. And I've been calling for it to be removed.
But so, all right, let me ask you a question.
No, skip past that, Munchi. Hold on, I'm skip past that. But you understand the point when I make.
Munchi, slow down a little. Slow down.
Can be happening in the Sablamar Hospital,
right.
CRH, or even at Noel Homes. These hospitals has the right to import goods on behalf of the hospital, tax-free.
Travis is onto something very important.
I common sense.
No, one second, madam.
Me and my few people that you want to understand.
Yeah, madam. Let me see if I can help. Travis is correct.
That Travis is telling the Travis and the people of Jamaica is to believe and to understand that. Yeah. Any CEO, I'm not going to talk about the CEO of you, even though I want to stay on you, we can really go to Jack there. Have this awesome power common sense as it relates to tax money for the government coffers to benefit the country and the people of Jamaica. And you're telling me that there's no branch of oversight or there's no the chain of command where this and that person know about this and sign off on this and approve this and nothing like that?
Madam Speaker, pause a little. Because I think what Travis is saying I tend to agree with Travis. What Travis is actually saying is, the universal
somebody background, oh my God.
Stuff.
Everybody yeah. And guys, please stop up the live and we'll get to much of them now because we can't see.
What Travis is saying, right?
1K. Yes, start commenting. Guys, stop up the live, please, and thank you.
What Travis is saying, and he's very well right. The university of the hospital, you see, their stuff coming tax-free. Maybe just like the churches, etc., etc. Yes. Now, the university would have like what they call a tax certificate, because I know how that works. Now, anybody...
I want mute common sense. Common sense, but not mute you. And guys,
the hospital name.
Common sense, you chip out a while ago. You chip out a while ago.
Once they order the... Okay, once they order this stuff, order the hospital name, and present that certificate to custom, they're just going to release it as if the hospital is purchasing it.
Common sense.
It's very practical.
I am not disputing that. Here the question more me ask. What oversight mechanism is in place? Because it cannot be common sense that one single person at any entity of that awesome power common sense without no checks and balance.
No, for the certificate,
common sense. Common sense, beg a second. Common sense, hold on, man, beg a second. Munchi, what assurance do you have that is one person who caused this to happen? What assurance do you have?
I am asking you guys the question. And I don't know the answer to it. That's why I'm
But
asking
you're
you.
asking a question that is even invalid because none of us have any information to suggest that is one person who carried this out.
No, I'm not what carried out. I am asking the question. When the CEO makes this decision on behalf of the hospital, who checks the work of the CEO as it relates to using the tax exempt? Who check the CEO? Who the Ministry of Health authorize the tax exempt? Who check to see how the process, who out of use, if it has been abused, and etc. etc. You guys are telling me that there's no checks and balance in place for that? That is the question that I ask the tone of answer. Anyone who can answer it?
Well,
Again, Munchi.
One second, Munchi.
You're starting to sound as if you're just on a witch hunt that you just need somebody here. You just need somebody.
No, Travis.
Because
on a witch hunt.
Because it's in it. Where I ask.
On a witch hunt, Travis.
Can I respond?
Want to know
Can I respond?
How is it that
Can I
one
respond?
single man went and
Munchi,
signed
again, you are
paper
mentioned one
to
single
give
man.
people
You see,
bringing tax
see it here
exempt
again.
and
Here you say it
nobody
again.
never
Here
see
you
him.
say, Munchi, here you say it again. One single man.
I
You
feel signature there,
you don't know, Munchi, you don't know who is involved. You do not know.
Travis,
But
don't
you're
tell me I don't
one
know
single
who is
man.
involved because
Munchi,
Travis,
you do not know. Munchi,
do
you
not
do not
tell
know.
me that I don't know who is
Travis.
involved. I saw the invoice and the invoice of the former CEO on it. I watched all angles 2 nights ago, and the journalist Damian Mitchell said it is worrying because on one of them is gone receipt. You have the former CEO and the new one of the CEO. So my question to you guys is that after the CEO them sign and give authorization for the companies to use the tax exempt, who does the CEO report to? Who checking work? Who check that boss work? In every single organization, somebody have to check somebody work. Who's check the CEO work? What the CEO do? That is the question me ask. I want to go around donkey corner and tell me say me this and that. That's not a hard question.
It's just a simple question, yeah.
Exactly. When I try to guess like me, like say me ask foolishness.
Traffic, you're going to like you twist the things, so traffic. What?
You
look like you're there online.
No, one second. Let me see if I can try.
Outlaw, what you talking about, Outlaw? What you talking about? What you really talking about?
Guys,
no, common sense, hold on. No, common sense, hold on. What you really talking about?
All right, Travis.
Guys,
hold on.
Yeah, depending like you don't understand when
Mr. Outlaw, be quiet because you don't know what I'm going to say. Please, me I beg you.
Understand what is happening here. And I'm simply saying to you guys, this is at the head of the company. At the head of the company who is hired and entrusted to run the company faithfully. And if he has clearly misstepped, he will go to prison.
We're not disputing that, Travis. We're not disputing that. I am asking, I'm not talking about the legal
You're asking
side of
a question
story.
that does not make sense to ask.
You don't make sense, Travis. You don't make sense.
That's not a question that
you
makes sense.
You don't make any sense, Travis. You cannot tell me that my question don't make no sense. I am asking a good question, and if it don't make no sense to you, well, too bad. My question is very clear. I don't need to save the man or go prison on that because I am not the law. I'm not the fraud squad. I am not SID. I am not none of the I don't know the legal part of the investigation. I am asking about checks and balance.
Munchi.
Checks and balance.
Munchi, give me a two. Give me one.
You can't tell me say the CEO not answerable to nobody. You can't tell me say nobody not check the CEO work. You can't tell me say the CEO has this awesome power to use the tax exempt and nobody don't check in work. Don't to Michael Lee Chin of shareholders to answer to. On our tell me say nobody no check the CEO work. Would you crazy?
Munchi, you're going a little too fast. One second. Munchi, give me a second, another try. You're going too fast.
Don't tell me say go too fast, common sense. Anybody think me I go too fast, so no go on.
Munchi, slow down a little.
Go on, common sense. So no go on. Because me can't talk to myself up here, so and the children people they want to hear me.
All right, no man,
It's not about coming to common understanding. It's just a bully pulpit here around.
No, listen, Munji, cool, man.
Come up and tell me, say, the CEO of this awesome power to sign to give out the tax exempt to whosoever will may come. And because he is the CEO, nobody not check him work. I refuse to believe that.
Munji, I have a question for Chavi.
So
Munji, I have a question.
Ask a question about how did they find out?
But that's not common sense, Chavi. That is incompetence. That is incompetence.
You don't understand. You don't understand.
I don't think you don't understand, Chavi. Go on. Come in, I'm going to take it tonight for Mr. But please don't talk next year. Go on.
What is happening here?
Munji,
What is happening here?
Relax, man. Just let me have a question for Chavi.
Come and tell you go a long time to, you know.
Good evening, Madam Speaker.
All right, the question I have for Travis. Travis, this is my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? A tax certificate wouldn't it be an outstanding document just in period where they would use over and over and over? Because I have I get follow them with a number. So once you go any business place and you apply that number, it works. Oh, we're breaking up. Okay. All right, take it over.
If I may, let me explain something to you. Now, you will be in a big company, them get tax exemption. For the regular business folk who don't get tax exemption, we must also be tax compliant, right? Two different purpose fee document, right? One, tell them, say, yo, you're not supposed to pay tax. The other will tell them at customs, say, hey, you are compliant with taxes. You pay your taxes on a yearly basis. Same triggers. Now, the TCC is under my name and the company's name. That is
Kevin.
They already signed
Kevin, if you don't even have a picture so we can see if you're black or brown or girl or boy, go on. Anybody who think I am bothering on speculation or propaganda, please go. Me not even want to listen. No, go on, no man, go on and make me talk to myself. You know, upset me this evening for my Sabbath. Take me up another day, today another day. You know, please go. We don't want no discussion. We don't go on. Because not gaslight.
What a desperate need to be right. So you're saying you're
right. Because this is my platform, I can write at the platform, and that will be now come and phone when me wrong me. So
the lady said she said sorry.
I have to be right for my platform. This is not a democracy, this is a dictatorship. I mean,
the lady is right. The lady is right. The lady is right. The lady is right. Don't want to argue, don't know no need for go. The lady is right.
But we're not going anywhere. I'm sorry. We are some neighbor tonight.
Stop being an agitator.
Please, you know, go on. Because you know, go tell me, say, me a mad woman because I ask the question, say, no, it is possible that nobody knew or nobody saw and nobody checked on the usage of the tax exempt right across all of the company them will have this awesome power. You not tell me that? That is a party shot then. You are going to give out tax exempt to a company and just say, go on with your business, do anything you want to do, when a business will trust you. No,
that's what it is. A CEO position is an entrusted position, Muncha, that we are trying to explain.
The CEO is answerable to somebody. I'm not saying that's a trusted position, but it must be answerable to somebody.
Then let me respond to that, please. They answer to the board oversee him, and it's what him bring to the board for review. They get to review. It took an audit to unearth what is happening. You know?
It took a whistleblower, which is a
right. Who triggered an audit? A whistleblower who triggered an audit.
The Auditor General is supposed to go in and audit. The Auditor General can be calling to audit any government minister at any ministry at any time. No whistleblower not supposed to go in a government entity to do no audit. The audit supposed to happen every 2 years or every 3 years, so the people of Jamaica can't hear with money and spend. Whistleblower not supposed to come tell with nothing.
All right, we hear that. Munch, let me ask you this question. Does the Auditor General Department has enough staff to cover all the ministries and hospitals?
Whose fault is that?
Why you have to deal with fraud?
that
Why we can't deal
excuse
with
now?
reality? Why you dealing with
So,
fraud?
so Travi, what kind of question you ask me? Does the Auditor General have enough staff? Whose job it is to staff the Auditor General Department, Travi?
The truth is, she don't have
Travi,
enough
can I
staff.
please ask you a question?
That
Whose
is the
job
Auditor
it
General.
is?
The Auditor General.
Travi,
The
whose
Auditor
job
General
it is-
responsibility.
And whose job it is to make sure that the Auditor General is staffed?
Again, the Auditor General,
responsibility.
according to the Constitution, has nobody over her that
I
gives
never
her
asked you
directives.
who are- I
That is
never
in the
asked you that.
Constitution.
I never asked you that. I said, whose job it is
I am
to
answering
make
the
sure
question
that
you
the
asked me,
Auditor
Munchi.
General Department have all the resources that they need. You said the Auditor General to make sure they have all the resources that they need.
The Auditor General Department has more than enough in its budget.
You just asked me, you just didn't have enough staff. You can't be what we are Travi.
Munchi,
You
need to calm down.
And the word.
No, you need to calm down.
You Travi,
need
me
to
tell
calm
you,
down.
circle me back, you know, when me calm down,
No. You need to calm down, Munchi. You
Circle
need
me
to
back
calm
when me
down.
calm down.
You need to calm down.
Circle me back when me calm down, Travi.
The Auditor
Please.
General Department cannot be dictated to by
I
no
never
government
asked
minister.
you to the Travi, you said that the Auditor General don't have enough staff.
Right.
I asked you whose job it is to make sure that the Auditor General is properly staffed so it can carry out their
the
mandate,
Auditor General-
so it can audit the government entity, so we
Pamela
can check
Ellis
some
Monroe
black
there.
balance in our tax dollar. You said the Auditor General job to make sure they have their staff,
Yes.
are them job?
Yes.
And if them job for find the money for hire people and for
It is adequately funded. The office is
so you
adequately
just
funded.
didn't have enough staff.
The office is adequately
So, and
funded,
you said,
Munchi.
so wait, so you're saying, look, I get what you're saying, good. Come into the circle me back, you know. So you said the Auditor General have enough funding, but then deliberately not hire enough staff?
Just like the IC that gets 2
No,
billion a year.
no, with the IC. Think on the Auditor General, because the IC is irrelevant.
Yeah.
The IC is a
All
creature
right.
of the Parliament.
Good,
The Auditor General is in our Constitution.
Munchi.
Are you telling us
Munchi.
tonight, Travi,
Yes,
that the
I'm
Auditor
telling you.
General have enough money to hire enough auditor to audit the public servants, and then now do their work?
Yes, Munchi, that's what I'm telling you.
So where
And
can
then
I
I
find
had one
it?
parish
Let me
council.
read up and
And then I
find
had
it.
one parish
Hold
council
on,
15 years.
hold on.
Look here, me tell you to circle me back in a one love. You see how you come to parish council, me not talk about parish council tonight.
When you move this, me and her go through this because she wants to get the understanding. And we are
Me
come to
not
an
get you
understanding.
understanding from
Yeah,
because
listen,
excuse
guys,
me,
hold
you
on,
want me
hold
to
on,
press
Munchi.
up. That is why me not go breathe. No time at all
Wait,
for
Munchi.
excuses.
Munchi,
That's
wait.
why me not go breathe because pure excuses do not come with. And tonight is not the night. I'm telling you to circle me back. Circle me back when I excuse night. Circle me back when I excuse night. Because tonight is not the night.
Hold on, so hold on, Munchi. So hold on, Munchi.
Circle me back.
Munchi,
My
the
lady and Papa thing.
question that triggered you, where you said,
My
is it that
lady
the
and
CEO,
Papa thing. Circle me back.
Mr. Ingram, could you please close your
Thank
mic?
you very much, my friend.
Who am I at that program now?
Circle me back.
A circus narrow. Who am I at that program now?
God of creation.
Good. So the question you asked that seemingly got you upset is you're asking, how is it that the CEO have this awesome power when he can do anything? And I turn to you and tell you that the CEO position is an entrusted position. He's given that right to run this place, right? Who review? Say that again?
By who?
All employees are entrusted.
Oh my God, what is it?
All
What is it now?
employees
Munchi may have a conversation and I'm going to continue if you have Ingram fear.
All
Make
employees
a mockery
are
of what's
entrusted
happening here.
persons.
Munchi, are you going to continue to have Ingram? Thank you very much.
I did not put absolutely no one up here. If I one thing people know about
Fine,
me, is that
fine,
me not
Munchi,
happy.
fine. But the people who are running this program, are you
If I
serious
one thing
about what
people
is
know
happening
about
here?
me, I enter
Or a
the
clout we are.
platform, it always on BB. Whether on my platform or not, I don't want people because me can't see if you had people. So we just let it alone to the moderator then.
Good. So hear me a second.
All right, so back to the question now, Travi.
Mhm.
Who gave the CEO that awesome power?
Those that the public service who appointed him. He's appointed through the public service, interviewed and appointed through the public service. So hear me I go say to you no Munchi. Munchi, hear me I go say to you no. Hear me I go say to you no Munchi. Right? And I beg that you allow me to deviate from the hospital so we can show you the commonality across the professional sector.
Wait. So, Chavi, which part we can go find the part where you say the public service give the CEO the awesome power without no checks and balances and can do what you want. 1, 3, 6.
No checks and balances, you can do what you want to do. But as I stated before, it is
unprecedented in Jamaica. Unprecedented, Chavi. So that's what then, Chavi. Then it's what you are saying.
Yeah.
Nah, got change up for you with them.
Munchie, calm down, we have a discussion, man. Calm down, we have a discussion. Nice and smooth.
There will be more Jack scandal and more PNP and more private sector can do what they want for you because you is a free for all based on what you are telling me tonight.
Munchie.
This is what you are telling me tonight because it's awesome opportunity to do absolutely anything you want to do. Then what you talking about? What are we killing up? What are we killing up ourselves about then, Chavi? They don't necessarily come about the got then. What are we go for? Empress. Find the in-book. Find the in-book, Empress.
Half hour before. Go on.
No, man, we keep service. But we keep service then down far because it's Trav, you're telling me that any CEO where we put is Trav, you're telling me tonight say. In like with that, it's my educate we say any CEO where we put up a you with no matter because they have the awesome power to do what they want without no checks and balance. Then what we are talking about?
No, hold on.
Then what are we talking about then?
Munchie, just calm down. We have a conversation, man.
No, the conversation is irrelevant, Travis.
Listen, I will not be attending.
The conversation is irrelevant if you don't tell me, say, the CEO,
hey, lady,
can do
calm
anything
down.
you want without no checks and balances. We can get the awesome power from the service commission. But we keep service.
Hold on.
Munchie, Mr. Tufton says a cultural problem now.
Me not talk about that.
Culture not change overnight.
Hold on. No. One love. Wait. And that Munchie did. Munchie not deal with the culture. Munchie talk about the position of CEO and the power to which this person yields. That is Munchie's problem.
And that is my biggest problem because no single person, one love, must have that power to wheel and to sell and buy and corrupt and cost the taxpayer money. Only as the people of Jamaica voted for Andrew Michael Owens. I want to show me where part of the Constitution says the CEO have that awesome power.
No. Munchie, you can't. No.
Me tell you no circle me back.
Munchie,
when me calm down, I don't know how circle me back. Circle me back. Let me go do some research and come back.
The constitutional argument.
Myself and come back because you can't tell
okay, go ahead and go do your research. Go ahead and go do your research.
To do anything when you want up you with and nobody can talk to him. What are you guys? You know crazy?
Go ahead and do your
research and me come back.
Go ahead and do your research.
I will come back and say, guys, you know, so they did right. The CEO of the awesome power to sell and buy and dash and nobody can.
Munchie, you're adding to it and you're saying things that was not said.
That I want to tell me that. Nobody check and balance the CEO.
No.
That's why I could have able to use the tax exempt and do what I want. But that don't tell me. I don't motherfucker that Travi and common sense and one love tell me. That's why I tell you no circle me back.
Munchie, no. I specifically state that there are certain amount of money they can spend. Once it past that threshold, they must get
approval nothing about money, no, Travi. I was wrong with you tonight.
But you just said them will not spend and do anything. Munchie, you just said, Munchie, did you not just say we are telling us the CEO can sell and buy and do anything we want?
I'm talking about the tax exempt.
But Munchie, that way you just say sends a bad message and it does not speak to the tax exemption.
Trav, it is because the tax exempt, based on what the Auditor General said, is being used as a cash for is a quid for quo. Where you Travi bring in the goods, Travi give me a 500,000, and me give him the thing to use and then go to that company. It's a money making scheme, and I'm asking you, who should we blame for this money making scheme that the CEO or anybody is a part of? You tell me, say absolutely nobody.
Then is CEO or nobody? The beneficiary
you
of this,
said it's nobody. The CEO is the boss for every boss and done for every done.
Munchie, Munchi, you're overdoing it. Honestly, you are.
Travi. All right,
You're
later,
not
baby.
trying to have conversation.
Later, baby. We
You're
don't
not
want
trying to have
overdo it. Go on, all
conversation,
right.
Munchi.
Because you know me,
You just
so
want to
go on,
cuss and go on, but you're not trying to have conversation.
No, not tonight, darling.
Have
Not
a
tonight.
sensible
Tomorrow when you
conversation.
come back, when me calm down, we have a
No,
beautiful
Munchi,
conversation.
no.
Go on, because one thing we're not going to take me off of my track.
Munchi,
One thing we're not going to know that already.
allow yourself to be challenged. Allow
No,
yourself to
no,
be
you can't
challenged.
I don't have to. I don't have to.
You
I
hold
don't
a
have
position in
I
this
don't
argument
have to.
that is
I am gonna
incorrect. You don't
hold
want
my
nobody
position.
challenge you.
I am going to hold my position.
You don't want
until-
nobody challenge you. That's the
that
problem.
is fine, Travi. Don't
That's the
challenge
problem.
me.
You don't
Challenge
want
me
to be
over
challenged.
some.
Even when you're in the wrong, you do not want to be
challenge me
challenged.
next day, but today I don't
Munchi,
want to be
That
challenged.
don't
That
make
is
no
fine.
sense. That just
one-
doesn't
yeah,
make
man,
any
you
sense.
can-
You
all right,
don't
that is
want
fine.
to be challenged.
That is
That's
fine. That is
childish.
fine, my darling.
That is
fine.
childish.
That yes, okay, and I can be childish tonight. I
That
can
is
be childish.
childish.
And
You
I
don't
can
want
be
to be
childish.
challenged.
That
You don't want
can
to.
be,
You don't
and
want
that
the
is
facts to come
fine,
forward to show
Travi.
so you're wrong.
That is fine. I
Sound
can
like
be
we
wrong
need to
tonight.
start worship.
Walk in peace.
You're wrong.
Sound like
If
we
you're
need
wrong,
to
if you're
start
wrong, just
worship.
accept say you're
Walk
wrong.
in peace. Walk in peace.
If you say
Walk
you're wrong,
in
just
peace.
admit say you're wrong.
Walk in peace. I couldn't. You can't make me admit, or you can't show
One
me no
second.
paperwork. Say
Wait,
the CEO
Auntie
must
Munchi,
do what he
wait.
want to do.
Wait, Auntie Munchi. Wait. Let me understand something, right? Me no know. I don't know why the program is in this report when I one question. I feel lost right now. Like I feel stupid because now nobody na answer the question. We just ask the question. It's like say a rocket science.
This is
Question
the
again.
question.
XYZ. Ask the question.
I want to say something.
Go ahead, Soji.
No.
Soji,
XYZ.
no,
Ask the question
no,
again.
no,
Ask
no,
me now. No, what? Me,
No,
Yeah,
don't
man,
tweet,
we
Soji.
don't-
Answer the question.
We not left none behind.
Soji, go on,
XYZ
go on,
don't
Soji,
understand.
go on, Soji.
Allow her to ask the question.
Soji,
Alright, so
talk.
yes, I'm gonna talk. So what I get from this is that what Munchi is saying, why is it? Because I think it's why is it? No, it's not. Why is it that in a government agency, the CEO have such an awesome power? Why should it be that way? Yes, and I understand what Chavi said. Chavi is right. When you hire a CEO in any company, you give him that power. What happened now though is when they look and they see business failing or things happening now, then they would start a probe. Because that is normally what it is. A CEO get an awesome power. But in a government agency, I don't think it should be that way with all what is happening.
Brother
You
Soji,
understand?
it go deeper than what you said then.
So,
Go deeper than what you
Soji.
said. Then say no government run, and no government, and no Jamaica
And a government
funding.
alone. And a government
Soji,
alone.
Soji,
And
so
I but yet still the
One-
government
one-
contribute
one-
60% of the
Soji, I have a
funding.
question for you before we make you walk with grace. Can you keep me church? Come so not test me.
All right.
Soji,
All right, go ahead, sister.
are you telling me tonight that the CEO of the hospital at the university hospital wanna tell where the permanent secretary tell
Secretary, yeah.
me at the PAC said that the chairman, let me go back to the internal auditor. The internal auditor, Soji. Turn on the TV now, Soji. We can't talking
Hold on,
so.
Sorry, I'm
The internal auditor, Soji. Follow me now, Soji. I'm gonna make you walk with grace too, as much as you're my brother. The internal auditor, Soji. The internal auditor, Soji. Told the PAC that he cited the breaches in 2019. So the question is, in saying it to the board and nothing was done. So my question to you and the people who tell me say CEO of the awesome power. If the internal auditor cite the breaches, send it to the board. Nobody are we to believe it never really reach up there? And if it never reach up there, where it stop?
Good question. Because if it reach to the board, it must reach the permanent secretary.
And if it reach to the chairman, and the chairman is the one who liaison with the minister, right? So when we hear people tell me, say, CEO of this awesome power without no checks and balance, when the internal auditor tell me at the PAC said, him actually cite the breaches in 2019 and send it up to the board. So I want to know. When the minister them go back at the PAC, I want them to ask the internal audit Soji, what date and time did you cite the breaches and send it to the CEO? Can you release a copy of the email that you sent to the CEO or to whoever you sent it to? And can we see the minutes of the meeting, Soji, if it was discussed? Is that asking too much, Soji? Are the awesome power is too much? So nobody can ask no question that. Am I asking too much, Soji?
No.
So the backside not tell me about CEO no checks and balance in place.
Munche, we actually already the same donkey now.
No, already same donkey. Una try to absolve the CEO like him separate from what going up at you. He's not. Have one love.
Hold on.
Una hear me out.
One love.
You look like no mechanism not in place.
One love.
One of them is one love. You get to try. Me promise to be done. I'm drink some tea. I'll put up the pressure. What the two of them are trying to tell me? They make them come in so they can drink something. They put on the phone and go drink something. You can ventilate.
My sister.
No, but
what the two of them are trying to tell me is Soji. Nobody no checks and balance in place for the CEO. When the internal auditor Soji told the people of Jamaica that he cite the breaches and he sent it to the board and nothing was done. What was the chain of command? Who did the internal auditor send the report to? Was it to the CEO? Was it to the head of which department? Did it reach to the CEO? We need to find out where the report stopped. Is it that the report did not go to the CEO? What was the date and the time the report was sent? Can we see the minutes of the meeting? Oh, don't tell me, say, the CEO is not answerable to nobody and him have awesome power where nobody can touch him. When mechanism is in place.
Can respond now.
Because, Uno say, you know what? You see, Uno one love and Travi and common sense.
Say all that you need to say. And then you
Uno one love and Travi and common sense.
Munchi, leave me out of that bracket. Munchi, leave me out of that bracket.
One love. Finish where you bracket.
Me stop talking, Chavi.
Munchi, leave me out of that bracket. I don't know what I say. Me actually say the same thing.
So may I ask this question. Is it that nobody here, when me say that, the CEO reports to the board? Nobody heard that?
Yes, I heard you say that.
Thank you very much. Now may I ask this question?
You said, Travi,
Go ahead,
you said that even though the CEO report to the board, the CEO don't need the board. I may not tell the board about the tax exempt discrepancies. But I don't take that. I mean, you know better than that because the internal auditor say he cite the breaches and send it on. So the CEO never get it, Travi.
Munchi. Hold on, no, wait, the man, Soji, wait the man. Munchi, I told you here tonight that the current chief of the board, or chairman of the board, stated that he has been on the board for roughly nearly 15 years and he has not seen anything with regards to this transaction. That's what he says. He's sitting as the chair of the board. Munchi, hold on, man. Just give me a chance to finish. Munchi, you never give me a chance to finish anytime I say something, you know. You cut me off every single time. You cut me off every single time. Would you allow me to finish? Make me fire me, Let me ask you one question before me give floor. Let me ask you, forget that. Let me ask you one question before me and give back the floor. Why they send the CEO on leave to do this process? Answer me that.
Ask Tufton. He never tell me. Is that a good answer?
Because they might investigate him. They might do some investigation and they might hinder it. So they
No, hold on. Munchi, more understand this. The CEO means Chief Executive Officer.
Travi,
is he at the hospital on the ground?
Travi, you know,
him and the boss. He's the head.
Oh God. Guys.
I'm at the boss. I want you.
The family open at midnight. I don't know if you say serious.
Come on, lucky don't have it. You talk like a suck back. Lucky don't come back. Lucky don't stop your foolishness.
Why open at midnight, guys?
I just 7 o'clock. We are talking about midnight. So just 7 o'clock.
I'm afraid, you know.
Yeah, wicked at that, you be. Because you go a while ago like something happened.
Yeah, go on.
Munchi.
Yes, that's the energy we are.
No one said to you say. Me actually say the same thing what you say, but it even go deeper. Because when you listen to what Tufton really say, he might tell you say him no have no authority up there to change the culture. But 60% of the money funded by you, 60% of the money where the US spend, funded by Jamaican taxpayers. But the government are not saying in it. I carry come technically run UA. Munchie,
this question, one love, beautiful point. Let me ask you this question. Where have you seen this before? Where have you seen this before, one love? Which part else you see this already? The same agreement that we just talked about. Where else have you seen it?
Me no remember right now, you know. Me no remember right now. my head now function right.
You see the thing is Soji. I call for my brother again. Many views always align. You see the thing is my brother Soji. I do not like to have this conversation with common sense and Travis. I'm going to put one love in it now and the rest of them. You know why? Because when we look at an entity Soji, where my friend Soji gone? If you answer, no man. Soji,
you can't be say you beat me no munchie.
You have to act now this year, hear me, no come remember you me attack, you know. When the PNP start the JUTC, Soji, it already start with corruption. Where the first thing the PNP did was fill it up a PNP people, qualified and unqualified. The next thing the PNP did was made all the depot in the PNP garrison. The third thing the PNP did was allow the them to collect extortion from the government system. And it is a systemic problem since it started in 1996. Don't Soji? Brother there. What the word name? Travi. No, not subsequently. When you have added a government and another government. Successive government.
Successive governments. Yeah.
Successive government Ingram. Go in and try. Because when PNP create the corruption, you know, it even get out of hand pan them with them couldn't manage it no more, you know. And then try to curb it. We come in at 2007. We try to curb it, then eliminate some of our people then. When Portia come in, then try again, it no work. And it took leadership, Soji, from the Honorable Darrell Vaz and under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness, Soji, to sit and say we have to do something about JUTC. Then we identify the corruption. We identify the systemic corruption in JUTC, but we cannot tie we on and say we can't do it because of years of corruption and dysfunctional system and systemic corruption, and we can't do nothing about it. So the government went to work, Travi. The first thing the government did was start changing out the bus them with diesel bus them because of the rampant corruption of the oil by the PNP.
Yeah, point. I agree with 100%.
The next thing the government do, Travi.
Switch to LNG.
Yes. Then the next thing the government do, Travi, was put the LNG buses at the PNP garrison out of Spanish Town, out of Rockford, out of Tasman, where the criminal them over there thief out the thing. Then the third thing the government do, Travi, is put camera on the bus and fix the ticketing system. And as the corruption is still there, you know. And now we hear that the government know, that the JUTC leadership know, Travi, have plain police, Max Romney, and take the bus them in a plain clothes and down at the depot sit down and wait for the criminal now. 10 bus driver now charged for thieving tax dollars. What I want Travi and One Love and Common Sense to turn on the mic and tell me, what are some of the changes we want Christopher Tufton and the government to do to fix the systemic corruption at the health sector? Me don't want to come in and tell me about say, it can't fix the corruption and the CEO of
please.
Power. Now
please.
Now give Travi
preference. Come here, public enemy number one. Me don't need so much. Me don't need so much. Me don't need so much.
For sure, no say me no bias.
Me don't need so much.
Come and tell we Wizzy how we can fix this issue. I don't want you no more excuses from Travi. And then me give One Love 10 minutes. No, me give One Love. Me give Travi 5 minutes. Me give One Love 4 minutes. I mean, you come and say 3 minutes. I mean, I go mute my mic, and even when me say something when me not agree, me go close my mic, Max Romney, and me go allow them to talk. All right, go on.
Munchie, I'm going to remind you that I came up here and I said I agree with you on some points, and some points I don't agree with you. And one of the first things that we talk when I have this topic is the tax exemption. And I turned to you and said, Munchie, a long time me I say, one, the tax exemption should not be given over to the hospital individually to do whatever they want. I stated that already. And I even said, Munchie, do you know that every one of them hospitals have the same tax exemption status and can use it in a... I wouldn't be surprised if Jack them do this through another hospital already. I would not be surprised because the hospital has the CEOs who have power to run the hospital's affairs on a day-to-day basis. And I made it clear that they report to the board, right? They report to the board. And I will dare to say, and everything you report to the board, because guess what? The CEO signature files and when a Jack them's receipt, but members of the board stated that they never seen know that this transaction come to the board not even once. And neither did it come to the Financial Controls Committee, which is a subsection of the board. I stated that, right? So going forward, Munch, as I simply stated before, you see the tax exemption part, change that. Don't give every one of them that to run. Put in more bureaucratic red tape, even though we want to get rid of bureaucratic red tape. See? Because it's a whole lot. But put in more with regards to these things because things are leak out through this. Another thing is the procurement process that exists must be changed. It must be changed. And you know why? When we listen to PAC about this hospital specifically, we hear of bids that came in the procurement process. That is exactly the amount the hospital and the board and the CEO and everybody say they would have paid for one bucket. There's somebody who come and bid the exact amount. Because people who are in the process, I tell them friend out a road what to do, and then vote for them friend, win the offer. Secondly, you see this idea say, oh, give the hospital the authority to make clearances on certain amount of money and allow them to do it. It has been a breeding ground for corruption. Because if you pay attention to the 521 million and how many of the transactions them just right at the threshold, just right at the threshold and drop it. Right at the threshold. So guess what? Trigger board oversight. They can simply stay in the hospital and do it. And I must make this point again, Munchie. So the CEO or the chief personnel, and me said to you, say a lot of them are dishonest. And then the CEO hire the secretary and the CEO hire the director and the person and the person. So you fool it up appear like-minded people and you find that it's a corruption and you can't just fire the head and expect it to fix. No, you cannot. What needs to happen a lot of these hospitals is a total gutting. Down to the grounds, man, need to get fire and bring in new people. Because most of them are embedded in the corruption. That is the problem, and that Mr. Tufton simple said that a firing does not fix the issue. It is systematic that goes down to the grassroots.
Travis, I not put the time, but I walk for them.
Well, that will go come through Service Commission because you know say that control part. The Service Commission because they say because of political hiring, then build a whole commission that deals with hiring in these positions, right? That's how that works. So my simple answer to you, one love, are the Services Commission that have to do better. And the CEO, them will hire, if you check it out and look even into the banks, them, look much time NCD have big. Then thief money because they were entrusted with the people in my account, are supposed to manage the account and then thief the money. An owner or a minister cannot fix such an issue. It can't govern such an issue. It's not easy. It's a trusted position. That's why they don't hire people willy-nilly. You're supposed to know the people over a period of time and have a certain level of trust in them. That's how you make these, that's how they do a lot of these hirings. But this is the same trusted people are thief the money. NCB had it surgical, all of these banks. You see, every minute one high manager getting fired for thieving. And I go to prison for thieving. Because they know they have the authority to sign and to put up and to take down. And they have abused it. It's dishonest. And it is the hustler food culture that was built in this country from the 90s that caused us to be in this position where people love themselves more than they love their country. They don't have no love for the country. Because when they say them are thieves, they think of just themselves. It affects just the person. It affects every single 2.9 million people on the island. No patriotic people. Very few. Very, very few. And that's where the problem is. Munshi, I'll yield to you. And I'll come back again if you need me, if you have more questions.
One love at your time now. One love, God.
So the service now keep tonight.
Look like service mash up.
When me listen to Mr.
Absolutely
Tufton.
not.
I am going out tonight. I'm skipping worship tonight.
Excuse me,
We skipped it last week, so.
Let them call me name at all.
I thought I was given permission.
Exempt.
You were 2 weeks back straight, that don't look right.
Munshi?
Yes.
Good night, gentle people.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I say the same thing what you're saying on my pressure. Me no pressure problem on my pressure going from morning. Because when me listen to Mr. Tufton, and listen, when me see Mr. Tufton's statement, Mr. Tufton, I tell him technically, say he's hopeless. And there's nothing he can do because it's a cultural problem.
Matters with top talk. Because all the purpose, all the board must scrap and dissolve and stop waste taxpayer money to pay a board where is a sitting duck.
But Munshi go deeper than that.
It don't make no sense we have a board where
Munshi go deeper than that. 60% of the money we finance the UWI at the Jamaica. 68% of the money at Jamaican government, at Jamaican taxpayers find it, Munshi. And we don't have any talk up there. No, they not. So she look like an analyst. So Munshi, Soji, we're not about we're not about how it should have gone. We're about how it is now.
But Soji, when you say it have to change, whose responsibility it is to change it? Because of course, me know say CARICOM have a say, but we who pay the money, we have EU, we have the angle, them have the blade, and we have rights. Because once the people of Jamaica is being asked to pay so much money, we can put things together and bring on CARICOM. Of course, we can call CARICOM and whether them heads can talk about it, but we can put policies in place to hold these people accountable.
The more we learn about you,
the government of Jamaica almost 70% of their funding, and we have no say. And the people I'm gonna make me know tonight. Me not call their name, so just say the CEO have some power to use it to sell, buy, loan the tax exempt, and not a single soul in a Jamaican government can stop him or say.
What would you lie?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that is why Dennis Garden can go on podcast and say him no do nothing wrong and the Auditor General no call him. I mean, damn right. Cause I know say the Auditor General and the government now have no powers to stop him from doing nothing because the CEO have the awesome power and the CEO give him this the privilege to bring in things. So what we are cost about and what the Auditor General is citing in an audit mode, if the CEO of the auditor has some power.
But Munshi look like that. It look like I didn't run down a wharf too. I didn't run custom too because the signature with the document that the man in a 1 year and know that the man no work or somebody else work.
The one with the Dennis Garden something the custom man.
The forgery one. And that's what they need to do. Go after them from the forgery charges. One bag of forgery one. And Munshi, when you say the people them say the CEO have awesome power, do not forget that me personally say it should be taken away because it's not working out.
Who should take it away, Travis?
The truth is the finance ministry. Oh. The finance ministry is the one who issues these things to the tax administration of Jamaica. They are the ones who allow this. That's what I'm telling you. They're not the only company who has it or the only hospital who has it, Munshi. I said to you earlier that I have a tax compliance certificate from my business. And that certificate, I do not have to be there for it to be used. If me send somebody to clear something for me at the wall, they just need the documents and that's it. That's it.
All I am saying to you guys, Guru, good evening, Guru. You know, say this conversation now go work out because you know me, you follow quick and fast because you know me, you're not see eye to eye on certain things when me start go off. You know, you don't love it, you know. I will send call Guru over here so if you come me and follow to that Friday because me don't want me anymore fat ways. I mean, I've got to tell you, say go on and come up, brother, till Sunday when me come live because when Toftana tell me say the systemic dysfunctional system and if we before the head that not change the corruption and it make it look like say when we read Tufton article it remind me when Peter Bunting say despite our best efforts we can't bring down the crime
and I can understand
read Tufton article, you know,
and I can understand that and I can understand your frustration too.
Because what the purpose
but Munchi, hold on Munchi
of government then
but hold on Munchi. Him said that. See him? Said that is not the issue. That is not also to say that nothing will be done, you know.
Me don't know. Tough time should have turned in a yard and come out today. Let us stay here.
No, Munchi, the more the people who have information to the situation talk, and the more we have understanding of what is going on. What kind of information
they get from Tufton article?
Oh my gosh, here.
What kind of information
right,
you get?
I'm out of here, Munchi. Later.
All right, darling. Have a beautiful day.
One
okay?
quick
Begin to understand how bad it is.
We didn't know about it long time. We need solution from Tufton, not how bad it is.
Munchi.
10 years in a ministry.
All right, so what you know? So what you know, Munchi? So what you know, Munchi? No, I'm not telling you to say that. No,
you want me to go back and set a zero? Eh?
No, I do not want you to. Munchi. No, me not stop your answer because that's a fact. I'm not going to stop you from saying that because that is a fact. A 10-year in it. See? But now we're looking at this issue. Not everybody is looking at it. Allow the process to go through and make them put things in place. And one thing we are sure of, if this hospital flare up in any time in the next 2 years, then we can say, okay, you had the opportunity because the disgrace come. And you had the chance to fix and you didn't.
I have a question here, guys.
Yes, common sense, my darling. 3 minutes, go.
Yeah, because Travis, you say you have a tax certificate, correct? You do say
TCC.
Huh? Okay,
TCC.
Good. Okay, good. Because my understanding, I haven't seen a copy of this tax certificate at UA, but my understanding way it would work is that let's say at the university, if they have a shipping department who is going to clear stuff on behalf of the university, that department would have the tax certificate. Now,
very much. I
could, let's say, Tastes Party, located at Half a Tree Road, could just know someone at UA and order the stuff in UA name, get a copy of that tax certificate and go clear the stuff. It's a very easy process, you know. Am I wrong, Travis?
Made more easier because there's no oversight.
Common sense. Why I set me up for? Common sense. Why I set me up?
What I'm trying to say to your mother speaker, something like that, general need not going to get no oversight.
Oh, so you say, so
it's once again.
Hello, common sense.
Any
entity that is spending taxpayer money, oversight mechanism must be in place. Are you crazy?
No. Because remember,
Munchi, this is not a spending. That's why the mechanism is catching. This is not a spending.
To me,
it's not an expense. To you, the facts is two different things. Munchi,
awesome power where it takes away taxes from the coffers, what we well needed. So in order to make sure that it is not being abused, we must have oversight.
Right, but what I'm saying, university wouldn't care, you know. You know who would care? Customs. Because it's customs are gonna affect. You have to look at it that way. The more tax exempt university get, it won't affect their bottom line none at all. Is custom going to get it's gonna affect? No, custom
don't care. Jamaican people affect.
No, let me finish.
Custom have to care. It is their duty. Yes. To make sure so they run checks and balance and do it.
No, but Travis.
No. Hold on. You see, it's what Munchi say. We have to pay attention to what you say. There's so many levels and so many layers that this thing passes.
As long as I get them pay when
No,
Friday.
no, but custom. Once again, Travis, if the certificate is genuine, custom have no way to go verify say it's not. They are just going to apply that certificate. The man show it to them, the custom people. They look at it and say university tax exempt number 10, 50, 40, and then just stamp it and let it go. It's a system that is very easy to abuse.
These people in high position cannot be trusted. Take you from them.
No. You can't. Listen. No. Hold on. And I want you to understand why I'm saying I agree with Munchi to some extent, and to some extent I don't. Hear this now. The fact is, the breach has been committed, and the escape and the pass, and they come back now and they look bad, and we have contemplate who got jail and who this and who that. What about the future going forward? Take away the thing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Take it away. Take it away. You see this idea about oversight? We can't do that. Travis, you're missing a very valid point here. And the point I'm trying to make.
In pathways because if I oversight and the minister, and to me, if you say the minister, not oversight,
Travis, the point I'm making is
anyway, pathways anyway.
Travis, the point I'm making, the university is not losing any money by someone using that certificate. They're not losing any money,
I want to say something common sense.
Consolidated fund. Common sense. Me know this way I'm saying common sense. I know this what you're saying. I know this. I mean, you've not tried to say
a lot of people confuse it and think that university is losing money.
It's not.
Everybody common sense is saying the country losing money. That's so the big plan for you. Where get that from?
Can I say something?
Go ahead, my darling.
And from this year when I read the article, I'm upset to myself because I don't get no understanding from the article. The first time I feel like I can't read. I understand because that way minister said I can't understand none at all. Fire and we fix. I think that was the heading.
Even if you pay the people them, it's not change because it's a systemic problem.
That's madness. That's a total madness. You are telling me.
Read it again. Munchi, read it again.
The Health and Wellness Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says the removal of individual heads at the University Hospital of the West Indies will do little.
Stop right there, Stop right there, No. Wait, no, man. Wait, no, Munchi. Munchi, we are going through it together. We're going to hear your part, but the part that came before the part that you're interested in. Individual heads.
Yes.
Individual
meaning
heads.
The CEO, the chairman, the head of department. Yes.
Individual heads are going to change little.
Will do little.
Right. You know why that is?
A dysfunctional culture that has metastasized within the institution for decades. His comment comes amid an unfolding scandal at the teaching hospital triggered by the findings of a report from the Auditor General's Department. Speaking to the Dean on Wednesday, Tufton noted that even the most, at the party upset me, Soji. Nothing as a Tufton said upset me like more than this. Even the most well-credentialed board appointed to govern the hospital have historically succumbed to a normalization of what Auditor General Pamela Monroe identified as irregularities. And I don't understand that because I don't understand why you go for that and you see the company I use the tax exempt for private man bringing equipment to be used by Jamaica, to sell to Jamaican people, and that so you say no man, then this normal minister, what go on? Who access something? It's what more access something. A normal something fee. You use the tax exempt fee for bringing equipment for private company. That can't right. Then how that works so? Not that not bother none of them, Soji. The well-credentialed people that are tough on the top about. That not bother none of them.
They don't care, Munchi.
Thank you. So you know what talk well-credentialed, but they don't care.
Wait no Munchi. This one they ask the question about the Munchi. A man Jordan Monte and say boss. This you know.
And you can make a money from this, you know. So keep yourself quiet. Exactly.
So that's
Before talk and throw them under the bus, come and go talk about well-credentialed board. Them they feel the people of Jamaica, Soji. They feel us. Their job was to go over up there and oversight and look
He threw them under the bus.
And talk to them
He threw them under the bus, but he threw them under the bus, but you not understand.
He threw them under the bus. I come here and Soji throw them under the bus.
I understand say that you are. Me know say that you are, Munchi. Me know say that you are. But Munchi, see when me can house and go and bad over here, so we get mad and you run me and I say, no, me not left, because we are arguing it out. There's no disrespect. There's no disrespect. No, hold on. No, me have to say this.
Yeah, Richie, we're not going to come
the conversation get with me and Munchi. There's no disrespect. This is not the first time me and Munchi have heated exchange.
Me now go stop a heated exchange with him, so because he know say me start bring down the stand that he must try stop from early.
No, Munchi. Be fair no Munchi, man. Come on, man, Munchi.
You see that soldier, you
don't do that, man. Don't do that, Munchi. Don't do that. No, Munchi.
The well-credentialed board appointed to govern the hospital have historically succumbed to a normalization.
And that is an indictment on them and their credentials. It is an indictment on them and their credentials.
Of course.
That's madness.
And then higher education. And they higher education.
Soldier and common sense.
Well, I know them have only for degree, but they have no integrity. And that tough than I say. Tough than dirt. But Trina, do it like what you want. That's the issue.
One second, guy. In all fairness, you say to the board. Listen, give me a second. In all fairness to the board, right? The people who issue the staff certificate, it could be some low-level employees. Let's say
you know what common sense. Low-level employee now they are
in the clearance department.
CEO.
No, in the clearance department. Because they ship in our clearance department will have a copy of that certificate. That much I know. So they can easily pass it to anybody they want to.
Hold on. Common sense. While that is true, the person we have to hold accountable is the CEO. Notice. And both receive one or the other CEO signature. And the people we have to deal with. So you see, that may be so. While that may be so, we have to hold them accountable.
Yes, but
the bright people them. Can you please tell me what succumbed to a normalization mean? What does that phrase mean?
That means that then go in there and mix up in a nastiness. Then go in there and join the corruption. Then go in there and relax in the corruption.
That is listen.
Somewhere dissect the article, Muncha. Somewhere dissect the article and see what really have gone.
That kind of
come see them a jump up. I see Ingram a jump up like I say get meat. You understand what just happened? They don't understand what just happened. They don't understand what just happened.
That kind of crime, that kind of fraud is widespread in Jamaica and throughout the world. Let me tell you this. People, even the churches, people gonna ship stuff. And they say the churches, the Anglican, whatever church, them tax exempt. Them stripping for them personal reason and put all the church in name and create and go about it.
So is that right? Is that right? No,
and widespread.
Is that right? Is it right?
No, it's not right, but I'm only telling you, when the minister said that the cultural thing is kind of too immature, he's telling.
But common sense.
And it's hard to
also telling the country, Soji, that the well-credentialed board feel the people of Jamaica instead they succumbed to a normalization.
Munchi.
They feel with too.
Munchi.
Him shouldn't call the board.
Wait. No. We are talking about. What are you talking about? Wait. Munchi, hold on, so give me a second. Common sense. You know, so they didn't have to dissolve on board before this. That's where everybody panic. In pursuit of getting the change where we are fight for now. You know, so they have been dashed around a whole board already. In pursuit of the change we are talking about now, what we are beg for, and what you got killed for.
Yeah, man.
Stop this nonsense, man.
No, but what I'm saying, you see that, listen, you see to abuse the tax certificate is a very simple process. I'm telling you that. We know about it.
Yes, common sense. We're not talking about that.
Common sense, I agree. Common sense, I agree. I already said it and I even made the example with my own self and the TCC. I gave the difference of both certificate. We explain it. My point here now is the people in a higher authority are thief empty.
Yes.
Them are thief for that the man simple say.
Chavi, you say something, Chavi, and I couldn't wait to address it. Listen to this. You say what they do with the 500 and add money with million with SMS. What they did, what they say the threshold, if you go over, so you go to other people, they stop it just before it. So a piece contract, instead of them go say 35 and if it up at 30, they stop at 25. So nobody now go look to see because them now come to them. So as you say, what they do every time they do something where if you go to higher head, then tap below it. And then I sit down for change, Chavi. You all of them, Chavi, need to wipe out. We cannot leak money, so. You know how much you hold in Jamaica and fix? You say you don't send here, I wash it. You say you don't send this, better wash it. Listen to me, man. You all of them, man, I head through road. Everybody way in back head through road.
So hear me now. Hold on, Munchi. Just before you go, hear this. Munchi, member manager when we mentioned from NCD, Sagicor, all of these banks with thief million. Members say for them credentials, if they stack it for the go get all of me, you know. They are well credentialed, as the man say, but they succumb to the nastiness. It is true. Right? I'm going to show you what happened again. I'm going to show you what happened already. You see, in a PNP time, the big contractor was Mr. White, opposite, and him friend them down at Galdeville. They were the top dogs in the construction. And then give them a contract. And they just renege money. And they do nothing about it. They were the most qualified person for the job at the time and had all the equipment. We know so they have much tractor, much thing, and they could have do the job. But they didn't. Just like the people on the board, they can do the job. But they succumb to the, I don't want to use that word.
Succumb to the normalization.
Make it steer. I don't want to use that word.
So the hearing, the well-credentialed board appointed to govern the hospital have historically succumbed to a normalization of what Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis reported identified as irregularities. Hear him again,
My sweetheart, give sweetheart money. Eh? Take the money and give sweetheart.
Yeah. But often should not come out. Savvy, not telling Galan back in, kind of upset the apple cart. We upset with him already. We don't have an health sector. The less we see. You know what I want. I want your tough time to say that. We are still waiting on the report from the committee that we put together, and as soon as the committee finish and come with the finding, we're gonna move with ES to implement the change to fix the corruption at UE. You know why come tell me not damn.
I believe that should be the thing.
Hear him Soji.
Munchi, hear this now. Here's why Tufton don't do that. Because Tufton work on a long political life. Because me tell you tonight, remember when me say it. So if he tell we say, he might go start it out right now and give you a timeline. And when the timeline done, I will see him whenever chop him up fine like that.
We never ask him for the timeline, we ask him to start to do the work. At 10 years now, we give him the work for do, you know. Yeah, you want more time. At 15 years, he might go by 2030. After 15 years Soji, you're the article now. Yes. I think you're not against Soji. I think a lot of debate, you're the part that we're upset with on Soji. You're the part that will upset me and you know. Because you're my brother and I'm going to upset you too. Because me and you are say, me and you fed up, not Travi. Here and now, I think a lot of the debate that is taking place focusing on individual entities, while important to correct, it also misses a bigger point. The debate misses a bigger point to the tough than you miss the bigger point. You missed the bigger point, but this is a bigger point, which is these are issues that have long legacies and point to more to a root challenge of a dysfunctional culture within the university system. So when Tufton knows that the system dysfunctional, Travi and Guru and common sense, can you tell me what you think you find out?
In a long time. I want to post out there where say if you think you before all of this, you know, one post out there where say this bunch of me not call nobody name. If you think you as in the school is corrupt, you should check in baby sister, UWI hospital. And that was said publicly.
So
Before
why
all of
did
this.
you start telling people about, even though we are sound the alarm about the individual and the individual company, really and truly the root of the problem is in the system. Look from when we the past social media talk about it. So tough time just find out today. Look from when we are tell tough and say the doctor them will work up at UWI. I recommend the people of Jamaica to them private entity. Whether they and I tell people say 2 years they can come back for the surgery. And when people come for the dialysis, they say they don't jack then have the 12-15 machine up the plug out. And look from when we are tell tough and that Travi, why am I talking an article about? Exactly. So what tough time come and gaslight about? Exactly. 2 years ago, pan Jack then list, and Jack 2 years ago, pan you will leave. Look here, I never said we call them out, you know, putting policy in place to hold them accountable. Enough to come call out them, enough to come ball them out soji. Put policies in place to hold them accountable. Go to the parliament, change the policy where the doctor them collect money, Chavi, to do surgery at the government hospital. If the doctor them want to do surgery at the government hospital, they must pay the money to the hospital, and the hospital take them cut and give them to them cut and then putting them in. The hospital must hold the schedule, not the doctor them. The hospital must run the operating theater, not the doctor them. That is why when you're in the hospital, the doctor them tell you say next 2 years, while they tell you when you go to the public sector, say at public parts, say 2 years, and then they send their secretary can tell you say if you give them money, you can't get it done Thursday. And people tell tough than these things, Shavi. What him a come about? I can talk about systematic thing we're rooted in legacy. At 10 years now in the day.
Munchi, may I tell you, he must become politically correct as a them same one go sabotage him. Remember, Moana, if they're not upset right now, I plan to sabotage him. May I tell you?
I say this, Monte. Government is not short on policies. Government is not short on check and balances. Nowhere in this country is more bureaucratic than government, public sector. Jamaica government is short on rules. But the question I want to ask you, Munchi and others, you say tough times supposed to write policies to keep them accountable. There's no short on policies to keep people accountable.
Okay,
but the question I want to ask you is, who or what gives effect to policy? So you write policy, yes. You write enough policy, yeah?
Yes.
Who give effect to those policies? Who?
TM well-credentialed people who ignore the policy and do what they want to do.
Exactly. So what
happened when they do that?
So wait no man. Exactly. People, the well-credentialed board and the many officers at the hospital give effect to those policies. But what happened, what Tufton is pointing to, is that even though, to break it down, to put it simply, even though we have so much policy, enough policy right and put on all about the place, the people in the hospital are colluding not to follow those policies. That's the problem. That is why Jack Den and Dennis Garden can rob government for 20 years.
Right, and we can't do nothing about it.
And no, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Watch your Munchi. Let us say something to you, Munchi. Can you say put in policy in place and put rules? I'm going to tell you something, Munchi. You see, every rule they make Jamaican people, bro. And this is one of the reasons why I tell you, say, you see people who is well credentialed and them are the problem. Watch this. JPS coming into a new system. They are trying to counter electricity theft. Bringing new boxes and new this and new that and boxes. We up in the year, we lock off everything if you do this. All of them something.
New wire too. New wire.
And people still,
let me wrap up.
Thief electricity. You want to know how RY Munchi? You want to know how? The same workers they were employed to put up a system who know how it works. sell the information to the other man.
Don't answer to me the LCD.
Tell me, say.
So let me finish. Let me finish, Munchie.
That's not
So
telling me nothing.
let us say, for example, this was an ideal situation, and everybody at the hospital, from the janitor to the CEO, yeah, was following the policies to the T, to the letter, ensuring that their part in the process is held up properly and appropriately. You think Jack then could have get away with 20 years of robbing the government? It is the officers on the ground. This has nothing to do with Tufton. What this situation has prevented is an opportunity for government for Tufton and the technocrats at the high level to fix it.
Everybody else go right through.
Right?
But you just said two things to me.
Wait, man. This is an opportunity for Tufton and the high level technocrats to fix the problem. That is what the man is pointing to. UWE as a system, a culture, a rotten culture, are facilitating corruption. So even when they put bright people in the UWE system, even if they put people with too much letter behind their name in the system, they ultimately fall prey to the very rotten culture that is there. That is what the man is saying.
How is it going to fix? Then Kurio just say we have the policy already, and it is not being followed, obviously. That is why we have this corruption, because the people are not doing it. And you also went on to say that the people who are doing for credential obviously can't do the work and not do the work. So how are we going to fix this? You bring me back again to when Bunting say, despite our best efforts, the crime still continue because we can't fix it. So what is the solution, Guru?
All right, so here what, Munchie. If you I know you watch the PSC proceedings in that meeting, because if you notice, we don't hear no skullduggery going at KPH other than poor service and nurse na look on patients and them something there. Yeah? But in the year no corruption and no thievery going. In the PSC meeting,
not audit them yet, so you can't really know.
That too, in the PSC meeting, it was brought to the fore that the reporting relationship that other public hospitals have with the ministry and the regional health authority does not exist where UWE is concerned. Yeah? So although the government have 8 or 7 people on the board, the reporting relationship that ought to be there, government make up 68% of the budget. And that reporting relationship, that check and balance that is supposed to be there between the ministry and the UWE hospital is not there. So all those things need to be fixed. Government is financing the hospital largely, but have the least members on the board that have to fix. Julian,
ask this question again. Guru, may I ask you this question again. Where have we seen this before?
Guru, when did we realize that the government don't have the right procedures in place for checks and balance at UWE? After we spending so much money there, when did we realize that?
Right. So when you ask that question, it presume that the government was actively looking at UWE hospital, and that wasn't the case.
Okay.
So
the government never said the need to oversee with money, right? Government never said the need to look out for money where we are giving UWE.
I'm not going to say that, Munchie, but that question presumes that you was always under the microscope of the government. And
but it shouldn't be under the microscope, Guru, for us to have checks and balance. I am of the view that any entity that is spending government resources must be held accountable for it, and there must be checks and balance in place to make sure the money is not being abused.
No one can disagree with you, Munchie.
Yes,
no one can disagree with you. But I want to ask you this question also, Munchie. If tomorrow night you watch 7 o'clock news and you say the senior medical officer at Chapelton Hospital thief $30 million, what are you gonna say? The Tufton wasn't proactive?
I'm gonna say what are the mechanisms in place to fire him. Because you know it is so hard to fire thief people who work with public sector. The first thing I'm gonna do is that Tufton please to follow every line of the law and the Public Service Commission law to make sure this man losing job. Can me see well people thief things in the public sector, Guru, and then crawl themselves right back into the job. So that me go say to Tufton. That is my thought. Me have a little time and place when me blame Tufton for no Guru, and everything me blame him for. You make a time and place, man. Me blame me for certain things like this now. Oversight, me blame me. But like that, we just say second time, me not gonna blame me. But me have a little time, guru. Me every day, you know. So time with it, man.
It is not fair to say nothing now done and Dennis Gardner get off scotch free. Remember, the issue just raised couple days ago. Mocha investigate.
We can't say that. I would have worked with him. We're not Mocha first.
Give the process some time. Give the process some time.
Exactly. We can't say that.
I'm not going to put the blame by Christopher at all. Even the statement he made in the Gleaner today, yeah, nothing is wrong with it. I see no issue with it.
Oh God, I hate
the man is saying
so mad when I
the reason why.
Munchie, man, dirty people, man, just seen the boy like it.
The minister is saying the reason why Jack then could have get with 20 years cut the Arab government money is because the culture at UWI need to change. I want to say wait a car, just a moment. In HR, we have this thing where we say culture eats strategy for lunch. So even if you sit down at the strategy table and you come up with the best strategy, if your culture is rotten, it will not facilitate that good strategy where you sit down and pan out. So that's what the minister essentially is saying. The culture at the place is dirty. It needs to dash, it needs to change. It's rotten. Serve us. That's what he's saying. And I agree with him 100%.
I think me personally think he should have stayed inside. Go. I don't want to see him back first at the time until this come with something good. Don't put him rocket back out the door. Don't come back out here. Yeah, man. It's better if he come out and light up your way. Go on, Zaf. What's up then?
This one is my time and the argument. Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, me have like a problem and like a difficult with this public-private hospital business. Is it all right? I maybe not fully understand what that means because
go there, Carl, go there.
Yeah, me have a problem with this public-private hospital thing. And as me I said, probably me not really understand. Me definitely don't understand and I am going to be the first one to say I don't understand. What somebody needs to explain the part to me first before me even continue.
See, because I premier teaching hospital in our country, the government who needs to foster the culture where we educate our own people. Like every country have to have that. We can't continue, we don't have money to continue to import health workers. And that's why they even offer scholarship. They send them at the same corrupt robbing place as school. Right? They even have scholarship, 2.5 billion. Because it just has to be there. Right? I asked the question earlier, where have we seen an agreement like this before? Because here what happened? You see the administrators are you and the other Caribbean people, they understand so they have we by the balls. Right?
And that is
because
it.
They have us by the balls because the teaching hospital in the area is needed. Right? And because the Jamaica government have to suffer the consequence.
Travis, let me understand and take time with me. I really want to understand. What this means, the government responsible for you in part and the other part are private. What it is?
68% of it we have funded. 68%. Then the school now. Then the school now. See it? The old corrupted school now. Who have taxpayer money to and a style and a bit. And not even school corrupt, but the administrators, the people who have been running this thing all these years, them are the corruption, not the school. So I'm going to take that back. But then do corruption over there.
If the government owns 68% in the hospital administration, why the government don't have a bigger voice or a bigger say?
Great question. I'm going to ask you, see if maybe you can answer. Where have you seen a deal like this before?
No,
you can't remember nowhere ever see a deal like this. Munchie, you can't remember nowhere ever see a deal like this before?
Me want to ask you, say when you realize that this one's not a good deal for us. And go tell me say, we
After
just,
the years,
there wasn't no issue, so everybody didn't look into it. But I
even
think so once we made a decision to
if we
do
even
so
just
much money,
realize it now,
we should put that in place.
if we
wasn't a good deal for us.
if we
answer, me get the answer me I look for. Me get the answer me I look for. Hold on, Soji, now write down some more. Now write down some more, Soji, because you get warm, you get close. I mean, never go outside. Now write down some more, Soji. Come. You're the near. Finish, go all the way. Bloom, you too. You too, Bloom. Come in.
It seems like, all right. I'm here, Munchi alluded to this. When did Mr. Tufton?
Bloom, answer in that chat. Sir, Carl, I'm so sorry. Bloom, answer in that chat. Read the chat.
Dear in Bounty and Golden.
Okay.
Carl, ask them again. Guru got answer and Chad got answer. Ask them again.
All right, while you not get out of thoughts, may I say this? Munchi, me here, you alluded to. You asked the question, when did Mr. Tufton know what him know? Now, in regard to the article in the paper, when him know all the way, must say no. When him aware of this, is it just now? Why? Me I gonna make a call tonight and I gonna ask us something. I gonna ask us something where maybe someone will be afraid to touch it. Mr. Tufton himself said something to this effect. But a lot of us maybe never appear in the mind and probably never hear what I say. I wonder if Mr. Tufton probably need to change and go one different place.
I don't agree. We got to let from me. One say me thought this. I disagree, Carl. I think he should stay and fix this and can do it.
Okay, all right, fine. But him himself, sometime last year during the leading up to the general election, him himself alluded to it. Sometimes you can there's someone.
What did he say? What did he say, Carl? What did he say?
Him say, I think him said, I can't quote him word for word, but as I say, him alluded to going to a different ministry.
Really?
He said something to this effect that maybe it is time now for him to move on.
Trav, you did hear that? You know, you everything, you know.
Carl, you hear me?
Yeah,
You hear me, Carl?
Yeah.
When you tell me which health minister, because you're an older man than me, which health minister had a beautiful political career in health, and I want you to tell me which security minister in this country had a beautiful career in security ministry.
Me understand, no man, me understand what you're saying now. Mr. Tufton not do nothing wrong in terms of corruption. That is not the problem, you know, my brother. But sometime maybe you get weary, you're the one place too long. You get weary, probably fresh eyes, fresh ideas, fresh ears, maybe bring more food to the thing. This, as labor rights, we're not afraid to ask bold questions. And tonight we ask some more questions.
Fear. I'll say this to you. Carl, and I say it without any fear of contradiction. Health systems across the world are one of the most corrupt entities in any country.
But there's a biblically speaking now. The scripture says one plant, one water, but the increase comes from God. Mr. Tufton plant and him water. Maybe our next person.
Anisha, beg via ad.
Me not hear you, Travis.
Me I tell the moderator say add Anisha beg via ad.
Oh, okay.
Maybe share con dispute me say a while ago. KD Knight way. KD Knight have for 25 years left and say not a good job.
Travis, me don't want us to be silent on certain issues. You know, we are labor rights, and we are true labor right, but we are Jamaicans too, and we are critical thinkers. We're not idiots.
But Carl, if what is
Carl,
is
we
what
no
you
soft. We no soft and we willing to have the hard conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, Munchi have to drink our tea tonight. Munchi have to drink our tea. Munchi not travel with pressure and pressure.
It is what it is, Carl. If it's that you think,
We
it's
have
what
hard
you think.
conversation.
I'm not calling for him to leave, Carl, but me a call for him to do more. I'm not impressed. I'm not happy. I'm very dissatisfied with Tufton. I can say that publicly. I'm not care. Me not take it back until me see other more things.
Well,
But me not call for him to leave.
honestly, I believe, not leave business. I believe that him should go back to agriculture.
No.
I believe so.
No.
My personal opinion. And the views that expressed by me is not necessary the rest of you guys.
So Carl, you believe he could do a better job in agriculture than what's his name, Fly Green?
Yes.
No.
Wow.
Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why.
Wow. Interesting.
I'm going to tell you why I said this. Mr. Tufton, you remember all this farmers market and all them way there when Mr. Tufton was agriculture minister in the Bruce Gordon led government during 2007 leading up to 2011.
Yes, Carl. Carl, hear this. Mr. Tufton is a brilliant, bright mind. He's a brilliant, bright mind. Let me tell you something. Mr. Tufton in our ministry, I tell you, say, easy to change our impact. You understand me? Nevertheless, people are going to call for more. I'm sorry, that's just the nature of the job. He's doing great. If we look from the other side now, and the same thing we mentioned, how we implement and bring in new things, and bring new things to the fore. We have only to applaud him for. But at the end of the day, health ministry is a very, very tough one. And you will be the good all week long. And Saturday morning, everything you start from your head.
And Travis, and that is why when you take a plane for go to New York or any other country, you have 2 pilots. You never make a 1 pilot.
No, you're correct.
Because we know what can happen. So in this situation now where Mr. Tufton and the health ministry is concerned, may I say it again? I believe
a change can be made.
There should be a change.
Okay.
I believe so.
Me no see who will carry it. Me no see who will carry it.
There is
me no see who will carry it. I don't see who will go carry it, honest to God. But nevertheless.
All right. But Mr. Travis, no man is an island, no man stand alone. True. And you have to understand that. If God forbid Mr. Tufton should have dropped dead tomorrow morning, does somebody else have a cat, my brother?
And the bird not going to be just as heavy, and we're not guaranteed that person is able to carry it like he has done. That's my point.
Okay.
That has been my point.
What is your opinion on all of this? Me hear Munchi's opinion. Munchi say him should have stay and fix it.
I think, all right, so Carl, first of all, right, I remembered in 2015 when Jamaica Labour Party win the election, and Dr. Das told the country the condition of the health sector when we won.
Yes.
The operating theaters full of mildew, no antibacterial soap for wash your hand, no people are use plastic bag as gown, straw for the surgery, dull knife, no bulb, and roach and rat. And I know that under this government, we have renovated a lot of operating theater. I know under this government, we spend a lot of money to renovate KPH. We're building a brand new block over Spanish Town. We're building a brand new block up at Yui. We Cornwall Regional is a little challenging, but I'm not going to blame Tufton for that either. The first set of people will come in. The first set of people that will come in, they gave him bad advice. And afterwards, when he go in and start got the place, he realized it is bigger than he thought, and he should have come back to the country. He should keep a press conference and address the country and tell them when he fine. He never do that. Fine.
Yeah,
So me not blame him for Cornwall Regional.
No, you can't blame him for Cornwall Regional.
And NHF is good. The government pump a lot of money in NHF. Me tell you, say my husband buy him blood pressure tablet for $20. So NHF is good. And in other health
tablet for $200.
Exactly. Other health centers renovate under Tufton watch. COVID, it was Minister Tufton and Dr. Clark who brought us through COVID. So we're not gonna forget all of the good work with Tufton do.
We can't forget.
What may I blame Tufton for, Carl, is the systemic corruption that is in the health sector, what me feel like Tufton is not doing enough to weed out. Tufton trusts too much well-credentialed white collar criminal. Give them too much power and then failing time and time again. Case in point, the criminal them when put up at the UA board. Case in point, the criminal them when up down a Cornwall Regional when now do them work, and every time they have people if you blame him for a baby dead down there. More often if Tufton working at the operating theaters, a baby born and dead, so a Tufton. Case in point, for every single time when hospital waste turn up on KPH ground, they call Tufton like a Tufton of the contract. Them little work, they were the people them were inside for doing now do them work. Those are the people them who want Tufton to stop skin teeth with and find the proper channel and move them out of where they are the stumbling block in the health sector. And until Mr. Tufton putting foot pan in the people their neck, me and him are gonna have a big problem.
Munchie, what you said a while ago, let me say this. Tufton should stay where he is. He's at the right ministry. But what you said a while ago, Munchie, where persons are blaming with the minister for waste in a hospital or something, but you're doing the same thing. If we're following your logic, you know, because if I'm going to follow your logic, Munchie, it's you give the impression that as if Tufton is supposed to leave him office, go up a UE, sit on the CEO chair and write policy and fix everything.
Did I say that? Or did you get that impression?
You didn't say that. That's your word. That's your word.
How did you get that impression? I don't understand.
We don't like the line at all.
Wait, not your words, but that's the impression it gives.
Well,
you see?
That impression.
You don't get that impression that you're on Travi.
No. You see, when you have demand, Munchie,
me not get that. I am demanding accountability and transparency and leadership.
Munchie, and he hired
transparency and leadership.
Munchie, and he hired the people.
He hired people that feel him.
Right.
And that is his judgment. That is his judgment.
Why you have to judge them? Then good track record. Them people that have good track record just before they come after they just come as a
guys, I was the other day I listened to the Nathan, when me Nathan case, the one that killed him, that unalive him girlfriend, policeman then. And when me listening to him lawyer said them are going to appeal. But what the lawyer said was struck me, and I said, yes, boy, you have to look into it. Somebody asked him, I think the journalist asked him, will you be the one who to take to go to the appeal with this case? Him said no. And the journalist asked him why. Him said, maybe a fresh pair of eyes need to look at the case. And that is what I am saying tonight. That maybe a fresh pair of eyes need to look into and look upon the health sector. Just that me I say.
Let me finish, folks. You see, the Tufton is just a man in a system that is greater than him as a minister of health. The minister can't just move any which way or whichever direction he wants to move. The health. I'm surprised. When I listen to the argument, Carl, I'm surprised. So I don't think people realize that The system is bigger than the Minister of Health himself. And even if you should put somebody there, somebody else there, if you think tomorrow some other irregularities now going to pop up somewhere in the system, I have a bridge to sell you. Yeah? The system is greater than Tufton, the man. He's just a part of it. He's just one actor in the system. He has to work through people. Him alone can't get up and single-handedly fix the system how we want it to fix. So when we're going to heap the problems of the health system at the feet of Tufton, it is grossly incorrect.
HR, you need to stop to that. No,
that is what I'm getting from no, Carl.
No, HR, my brother.
Because everything the minister. You have to put the problems into context, sir.
No, sir, but we can't allow you to get with what you just said. We are not putting any blame.
Come in when I'm finished.
All
because
right.
if you move Tufton and put somebody else there, the Labour Party is very early in its third term. We're just in 2026. Election is due 2030. And if you think some other irregularities that are going to pop up in 2027, 2028, 2029, you're sadly mistaken. And what will you say then? The minister is supposed to know it before it happens? Know the problem before it happens? People, come on, man. We have to be real in our expectations. We have to be real in our expectations.
HR,
have to be real in our expectations.
No time.
To my mind, some of the bigger issues that have to be addressed are less about personalities, as important as these need to be, and the board, I think, is taking action where necessary is managed. However, more substantially, it's about addressing the root issues, which is the culture of an institution that over extended periods of time, and I would be prepared to say dating back beyond this administration, even with successive board that are well-credentialed, even with those extremely well-credentialed individuals, there seems to have been a normalization of that culture over time, which seems to have accepted some of these activities. Do you hear that, Carl? So the well-credentialed board accept some of these activities. They normalize the corruption and accept it, according to Tufton. The minister said, he said that fixing the issue will amount to more than just a change of personality, as important as it is. Tufton said that while some of the extent is about leadership, it is also about changing our culture. So that is why I'm calling on, just let me tell you, my issue with Tufton is about leadership, transparency, and accountability. So leader, Anisha, don't allow me to finish. Come in, can
I ask you a question?
No, you can't ask me no question. Nobody ask me no question. So my issue with Tufton tonight is about leadership. I am not impressed with the leadership of some of the aspects of what is going on in the health sector. Not everything, but some things we don't like.
May I ask a different? I don't have a problem with him leadership style. I believe he's a damn good leader in my own way. But I still maintain, which may know a lot of us as labor, right, don't want to discuss hardcore issues like this. But it is what it is. I believe that a fresh pair of hands and eyes need to deal with the health sector.
Carl, stop.
Anisha, don't tell him stop.
That's Carl's opinion, Anisha. That's his opinion. Anisha, he has his Hold on. That's his opinion, Anisha. He has the right to that. You may not agree with it. You may not think or see it the same way, but he has the right to that opinion. Respect.
All I'm saying, folks, as people, as supporters, as people, we need to curtail our expectations of government and ministers. They are but one player in a system that is greater than them. So yes, we elect them. We elect them to govern. We elect them to govern. But curtailing our expectations to a
make sure about iPad, you know. If put policies in the right spot.
We get the impression that minister
mute. The horse business, Munchi, mute.
Yeah, your business.
We have this highfalutin expectation of ministers that they're supposed to come in and just fix everything in one fell swoop, and I saw it go, and I saw it work. The minister, where he sits in the ministry, has to work through people. Him alone can't do it. And if somebody, if a member of his team, whoever that is, fall down for the job, that not means that him fail. That not means that him fail. It means that he need to get somebody competent enough.
HR, can I ask you something when you finish?
Curtail our expectations of government and ministers. They are people, human beings, and they can do so much and no more.
HR, let me ask you a question.
Ask him now, Carl. You have to make him finish. You know, that's how he's staying. Make him finish. I don't know Guru already. But Guru, I will never curtail my expectation of Andrew Michael. Never. Everything I expect Andrew to do, he might do it so far. And when he falls from grace, he will tell him. I will never curtail my expectation of Andrew Michael Holness. Never.
Me need to ask HR a little question. HR.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What is the purpose of reshuffling a cabinet? Why prime ministers do them things? Why?
They do that for several reasons, Carl. We can't pinpoint it to one reason.
Exactly.
They do it for several reasons.
Various reasons.
Right.
Various reasons. All right? Various reasons.
Munchi, you ever hear the name Winston Dawes?
No.
Think about it. Anybody on the line want to know the name?
What does that have to do with the conversation, you know?
Listen.
I mean, was a come with the long time story and history. We talk about the current
give space. Munchi, give space. Let's hear. Let's hear.
Let's hear. Oh, Winston Munchi. PNP time. You know what I'm talking about.
Me no know Munchi, so give me a chance to hear it. Me no know. So give me a chance here. Let me hear now, Annie. Come true, because me don't know. Who name Winston Dawes? Give me the history lesson. No, hear her. She a speak.
When?
The current internet now, God is good. Combo Winston Dawes. Will you combo Winston Dawes no furniture? Winston Dawes have to do with the new topic.
Munchi, cool out the Munchi, man. Jesus,
she come back. She come back. How many know she come back? One darling, one sister girl.
One Alicia. What are you about Winston
Dawes? One girl, let's hear about Winston Dawes.
What are you about him?
Right. All this come from way back when they signed all them things from them time there. Winston Dawes and John Jr. and lose somebody don't tell we say. The PNP operative them pack up in a hall of the ministry them. So this is no surprise to none of we up here.
Me tell it.
No, but I truth.
Me tell it so that you are come. Me tell you so that you are come with, you know, because one thing with you, you know. One thing with you. You are going to go back in the
Carl.
Yeah, who's in charge, my sister? Who's in charge?
PNP, listen. It did done set from long time.
But are we going to allow the PNP to run this country here? When the people vote for us September 3rd?
No, Carl. Wait, Carl. No, me just defending your opinion, Carl. I just defending you for your opinion. No, the shoes is on the other foot, Carl. I expect you to allow her opinion. Thank you.
This is not an easy fix. And I me tell Munchi much weeks ago. I said to Munchi, it is because they were comparing it with the JCF, right? And I said the ministry, the JCF, and I said it is not easy to fix like the JCF. This are not just 1, 2, so it cannot fix this much years of destruction. Can't just fix in 10 years. It is impossible.
The PNP will come in and fix it. Know yourself.
PNP cannot fix this Munchi.
Know yourself.
PNP cannot fix this.
Hold on. With that said, hold on. Now me have to go get into the point where me ask about how long. So where we see a deal like this before, where in the government funds the project, more than half, sometimes even 90 to 80% of the project. But private entities or private individuals get control.
Exactly.
I want to bring you to Billy Craig Merchant Bank.
Yeah, but Chavi, you work on that. Chavi, we are going to suffer now.
Where you going to?
But Chavi, you know, see, Anisha get from my nerves, don't know. This is about the health sector in Jamaica under the leadership of Christopher Tufton. What you got a Billy Craig Merchant Bank now for?
Because we are talking about the deal. Hold on, man. Hold on. No. Wait, Kingo. Me go hear you, Kingo. Don't say, me answer, Munchi. Munchi, one of the biggest problems with the UE hospital is the deal that is in place where we're paying 68% of the cost and don't have full control of it or even controlling interest. We don't have to have full control, but give us enough numbers to have a controlling interest. That makes sense to you? It's the deal that we need to look into. The deal set us up to lose constantly. That's what it is. And that's why I agreed with Carl when Carl said, is either the other, private or public, one of the two. That was Carl's opening argument and the issue. And I say, yes, Carl, I agree with you. The bulk of the problem is because you have this power struggle and fight up top. Because you, Munchi, made it clear that it was said in the PAC that the HR, that the reporting structure that exists in this specific hospital, no other one have it. No other one have it. That's why there can be so much breakdown in communication. That's why you can have people who have said this and it does not reach the relevant authority or the relevant ears that need to hear it. That's exactly the reason why we have this. So I'm showing you the deal in the reference of Major where you said it makes sense. It's these same bad deals. And I can show you 3 or 4 more other of these bad deals. I'll show you who signed them. But anyhow, I'm going to left it alone.
Yes, because you must think said when 2030 you can draw deal and show people when time voting time.
No, but Munchi.
Me know why you're going.
You can draw deal and show people when voting time.
Actually,
2030.
We might look at it as something bad, but it's actually something good. Because now it gives Tufton an opportunity to dig deeper in the health sector and clean house and get rid of who we get rid of. So it is a good thing in come out contact.
You know, just your guru to Tufton can't, your guru to Tufton can't just fire people and
listen
and move people. So we are talking about, you never hear him.
Munchi, when he said it is a good time for him now to show us that it's a systematic problem that needs to be fixed. And we need to fix it now, sooner or later. We have to fix it now.
So you say Tufton just find out about the problem?
No, Munchi.
So why never try to fix it long time?
Wait.
This, all right. Let me break it down to you, Munchi. This problem that arises with HR, the problem that arises with the JUTC situation now gives him a greater opportunity to clean the health ministry and not just upon you only, but the other hospitals.
Oh.
And health sector.
So I tell you?
Lord Jesus. All right, Munchi.
No, but me ask if you Tufton so time mode.
Well, make it.
Okay.
Yeah, look like me can go my
Let me hear Kingo. Munchi, you go like him, Anisha Kingo. But Kingo need to say something. Let's hear Kingo.
Munchi.
Yes, Kingo.
Why me understand your frustration and me understand where this come from. But me have one shine party where me having a me hand when me want boss call Edesiman. Me want hold him and boss him.
Leave call. No, I'm not going to leave you call.
No violence. No violence.
Leave call. Call is
no violence. No violence.
Listen to me, man.
Kingo, no violence. Kingo, no violence. No violence,
right.
Kingo. No violence.
Sometimes you there on some people and you make some of them look at things. In their own Ingram them too long. What kind of new eyes you talk about, Carl? What kind of new eyes? Wanna listen to me, man. Me sometimes frustrated, you know. But guess what me realize? You see the PNP them, the 18 years of them man they in there. The man them put some things, some obstacles. If you get to something, you have to open 10, 15 doors.
Kingo, let me help you. I'm sure them say PNP.
No, Kingo, this is more than 18
Kingo,
years.
hold on, Anisha, hold on. More sure them say PNP dangerous. PNP sign one document and put it down. The Bruce Golden come slide and broke him back.
Jesus, Chavi, me glad you bring it up.
PNP dangerous.
The man then dangerous. You think it's a quick fix?
So PNP will not go come. PNP will ask, but so when the people of Jamaica, when the people of Jamaica ask about the health sector, now will go say PNP.
Me want to ask Kingo a question and the rest of us.
Yeah, man.
Because sometimes, as I say, we're afraid to touch certain topic because we are labor, right? But are we going to continue to talk about the PNP and its
Me ask them to call that. Me ask them
continue to do that?
Wait, guys, wait. Carl. We now go. Carl, let me respond to you. Carl, let me respond to you. Right, I'm going to respond to you, Carl. Right? Yes, we can use that and we can ride that wave going into the next election. But if we forget the past, we're bound to make the same mistakes in the future.
Exactly.
These things must remain relevant and must be taught to the next generation. Otherwise, you see when time the next bit of highway are building in Jamaica, we're going to allow PNP to do it and sign off for 50 years for foreigners to take the money that is made from it.
But Travis, while we are talking and educate the nation, we must improve the system. We must improve and change the systemic corruption that Minister Tufton said was at UWI from inception. That's why I asked Anisha, how long and when did Tufton find out about the corruption? And Bridget said I'm being unreasonable. And Anisha, what did you say, Anisha? You just find out since he jacked them. What did you say a while ago?
Me never listen. I did not say
What
it.
you say
Just
again?
find out, I said
Just find out.
Situation with Dennis, give him a greater opportunity now.
So Anisha, why did he need this? But Anisha, so why did he need the Jackden situation with clean house? What stopped him from making some systemic changes before when
Anisha lead don't want one bad part.
No, you leave Anisha alone.
Hold on, no, Anisha, wait, Anisha, remember, board changing and whole heap of changing going already under Sister Pakistan. They don't just start trying to address this.
So
we must make that precedent. It's not just the Jackden. It's not just the Jackden issue. They have been trying to sort this out.
Yeah,
and if we're being honest, CEO change, board change, all of these things.
Opportunity. Me never say it alone. No, me say this Jackden situation give him a greater opportunity.
Do you have any idea? Guru, what you make? If you make a point, in a point, if you could tell me how many board chairmen have been put in place since 2016 at UWI? If you know, one.
I don't have that data, but right. I want to say this: labor rights. You see, we are saying the Labour Party has been in office so many years. And so we're supposed to fix the issues. The Labour government has been addressing the problems, maybe not as fast as you want them to, but the government is going at the speed that the system allow them to go. The Labour Party is not the panacea to Jamaica's problems, because when, let us say, God forbid, 2030 comes, election run, and we lose office, there still will be problems in the health system. Jamaica's problem. There's no destination to Jamaica's problem. Jamaica is
cultural.
Jamaica.
It's cultural.
Just a moment, Travis, please. Jamaica is on a continuum, and we're moving the dial day by day by day in this at a pace that the system and the culture that exists will allow government to. And I get the feeling from laborites that we think the party or the government is supposed to be the fix all and the be all to Jamaica's problems. That is a fanciful and ridiculous notion to have. When Labour Party left government, there will still be problems in the health system. It now go fix 2030. But we can make, with the time that we have in office, we can make changes incrementally to reach somewhere, to move the dial closer to solution. The expectations that we have are ridiculous and unreasonable. So yes, hold the party accountable, hold Prime Minister and the Cabinet accountable, but let us be reasoned in our expectations. That's all I'm saying. And when I listen to the argument, when I listen to it, it's almost as if you expect Tufton and the whole Cabinet to be Cinderella's fairy godmother, to wave a wand and fix the problems. And that's how the system works. And that's how it go.
HR, Well, on the Chubby, HR, I'm gonna agree with you 100%. You know,
I'm missing the point. What I'm attacking is the reason that some of us have. The expectations that some of us have.
Hold on, soldier, make him finish.
Let me say something.
We have problems with Tufton leadership. There's no crisis of leadership where Tufton is concerned. None.
No. That's true. Listen to me.
Who said that there's a crisis? But who said that there's a crisis where Mr. Tufton is
For what? I think so. You can't reach like a Paul and tell it Jamaican people.
Hold on, guys.
Still, they're not experience of the health sector. If the health sector don't come up to a tolerable position where people can go and get through and not be told so they must go down a Jack then and not be told so they must go down a Winchester and not be told so you can't get not even your blood test. You have to go cross the road and go to a Mandeville Regional.
They're going to get upset.
People are going to continue to complain about the quality of the health sector. No, and when the people start to complain,
Father Carl, hold on. Kingo, that is not true. Kingo, no, hold on. Kingo, that is not true. That is not true, Kingo.
No,
that is not true. Kingo, no, Kingo, hear me now, man. With respect, bro, that is not true.
Kingo, you piss me off.
Listen to Chavi, man.
Believe you me, you piss me off with your foolishness.
Listen to me. I'm going to listen to me.
I'm telling you all the while, I'm a big man, I have mind of my own.
Listen to me, I say no, Chavi.
Please get that.
No, I want to say this. I want to say this to Carl, because you made the notion, so we're not cuss or we're not quarrel.
No,
so
but you can't say Carl.
No, listen, Carl.
What is it you're saying?
Listen. If you
don't do that. It's like you set the cat on the pigeon.
Carl.
What is it you're doing?
Carl, make we hear him, Carl. Make we hear him. Hold on. Yeah, go on.
On your life, on your life, I'm want you remember this vividly. You speak about this vividly, Carl. You're not a man with thin skin. And certain things that people say, it not even budge you. So I don't know why tonight, me saying this, you're going to get an attack about peace.
No, it's not what you're saying now. It's not what you're saying now, Kingo. It's all you're saying.
Carl, come on now. Because we know we're there and we are talking to one another. And we are running through. Come on, Carl.
So here what now? Make we split the difference. Make we split the difference. Kingo, Carl does not appreciate these comments. While I understand you are saying that if you have to be thin skin, I understand that too. Right?
Chavi,
I don't think hold on, man. It's hard to calm down because I don't think no bigger war broke here tonight than me and Munchie's part. You know Munchie run me? Munchie chew me out and me hold on for him putting to me going to my house.
My time, guys. Hold on.
Godfather. And them know that we Carl going like
King Carl and Kingo. Carl and Kingo, what is going on here is nothing. Mr. Munchie chew me out. I'm a holding start tail. Couldn't get rid of me.
Like how the lady with the issue of blood will and you a sack here. Alright, you want to say,
What are your point? That you have to make it, you want to make a point. That not woman
yeah, hold on there. Let me say something. Hold on there. Let me say something. Alright, so after looking in, you know, it's good for reason, you know. Good for come around and each other and we have a good reasoning, you know. Sometimes it open up your eyes to a lot of things. And I'm gonna jump on a point that HR said. And it's a very, very valid point. You know why? I understand that when people are in pain, are having issues right there and then they want a fix for it. You know, but when you get a horse and the horse not have no foot and you have to put on foot on the horse. A whole different story. When you have a horse with foot, or you get a horse where you have to go buy foot for, a two different story. What I would have seen, yes, the administration problem in the health sector, but what I would have seen before that is a decay of the infrastructure in the health sector.
Constant decay.
Yes. So hold on, Chavi. So what the main problem would have been first is to get the place up to par before we get to the administration. We'll have to get the building up, the chairs, the equipments up to par. So as I said, you would buy the legs to put on the horse instead of you have a horse with legs. So HR is right. It's gonna take, because what we would have seen, and we cannot black out our mind to it, the investment in the different health centers, hospitals, and everything across Jamaica, which is the people come first, because they can't tell people for wait. When we can't tell them for wait for the administration, we can't tell them for wait for service, because they might feel pain and they want help. No. Allude to what Munchi said earlier, when you go down to a doctor and you have to wait for this and wait for that. That they are the most important part to fix. And this government would have invested so much in fixing that part to get the human to feel comfortable going into this facility. And HR is really, really right, because when you look at it, I remember one time, you know, I took my daughter, she took down with an asthma attack, and we went to the hospital. And we literally wait 12 hours to get on a machine to use the nebulizer because the oxygen was so short. They must take time. Now we have our own oxygen plant that we also exporting oxygen. So these things, as you said, the human action first part where you satisfy the human action is the most important part. And that has been done by this government. And he's perfectly right. These things, because I remember when you used to go to a health center, you're afraid to make nothing touch you. Your skin a crawl, and none of us can deny that. Your skin a crawl because the place not clean, the equipment them all, everything all. So getting a horse with no legs and then putting legs on the horse is what is happening right now with the Labour Party and the health sector. Because as Munchi said, the first cry is the people cry. So the getting the administration right is not even yes, we have to fix that, but that wasn't the important thing when we came in. There was no service to be given to people. So what we had to do is start at the bottom. Then we come to the top, and this is what is being exposed now because we're fixing it. So the top is being pushed out because the bottom has come up good. So the top are going to look ugly. The bottom is being prettied up. So the top are going to look ugly because it's exposed. So this is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
We can say, yes.
You must see this as a relay. Some people start, and then the next man anchored up.
No, well, all right. So Carl, listen to this, and I understand where you're going.
No,
listen to what I'm saying to you. Yes, but listen to what I'm saying to you.
My brother?
Yes, but I listen to you again.
Yes, Carl, we understand.
Yes, I understand that.
You say once somebody is the anchor, because
yes, but listen to this again, Carl. Listen to this again, Carl. I'm gonna join out you. Argentina since 1986 was trying to win the World Cup. Never happened until 2022. The coach that came in remained with a squad for the past 6 years to win the World Cup. He did not chop and change. He remained with a squad to win the World Cup. So sometimes change is good, sometimes change is not good. So what I'm going to say to you, if you would have looked at the health sector from the bottom, as I said, putting on her legs on the horse, you would not be doing that, calling for a change, because the amount of work that have been put in is mammoth. If you look at it, it's mammoth. The
and
amount
that is
of work
why,
that has been put in.
Soji, hold on. Before you make your next point, Munchi, my sparring partner, me I go jump, me I take care of something.
Yes, darling, have a beautiful
soon
summer.
Yes. Circle.
Yeah, man, circle me back and come back.
And I love Chaggy, I love what your Munchi did. I love what your Munchi did.
I'm gonna leave too, but before me leave, I just want to say this. I have no doubt in the back of my mind, say all of us here are on one common ground to see a better Jamaican. Let me tell you something. Let me say this before me leave. Carl, you, Soji, and everybody on this panel know that I have maximum respect for you guys, right? And I would never. It is mutual, man. No. Let me say this, Carl. I would never, out of my place, disrespect any guys. And if you felt away about what I said, I never said it to ruffle any feathers. I was just messing around. But let me tell you this, Munchi, me understand and make me proud of what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, Munchi, we are human beings and questions are going to be asked by us. And I don't want anybody to feel like if we have a concern and a question, we are going to make it look like, say, we are we are PNP and we are true. No. And I respect you for that, Munchi, because I too sometimes have questions. You understand, Soji? So let's say this.
Yes, man.
When we ask questions, we need to go back, think about
Munchi,
it.
I didn't send you a gift yet, Munchi. I'm going to send you a gift.
Yes, send me some lion and some tiger and some beer there.
No, I don't have it. Move yourself. I look for money when you find one.
It's just love.
Yeah, man. Yes, Kingo, no problem. Kingo, me tell them, you know, Mr. When I will stop complaining about the health sector and Christopher Tufton when me see things are going, when we fix them in when me I complain about. When I complain that the nurses them there they had sit down and then graduate from school and I get to work. Me at 2 years me I complain and then bright and early me get an inbox text say me can't stop complaining now because Cornwall Regional I about 20 other them and I'm very happy.
Yes,
I am very happy. These are the things that I'm talking about when people go vote. Me don't want to hear say we the minister can't move. The minister must have supernatural power in my mind, even though we know that's not possible. Me expect my minister to make it possible if he can. And I expect Tufton to use him leadership qualities to fix what is going on in the health sector. I expect Tufton to use his leadership qualities to stop putting system in place, accountability system in place, get people. How is it, Soji? How is it, Bridget and the people in where say me wrong? How is it that the man where run down a JUTC Soji can come up with this brilliant idea to put some of the lazy police them way up the NCB office sit down in a regular clothes and send them galang pan the JUTC bus Soji go catch the criminal bus driver them when I get them no ticket. How is it that they can come up with the idea to send them down at the depot, go pretend like say them a work with the depot, to catch the criminal them where come at up with the bus now work when not do the bus because they want thief the $100 fare. How is it that the man we are on JUTC can come up with the idea to get the police then go down and the mechanic all over JUTC, and now that is why we have 10 bus drivers in custody now for thieving the thief.
No, I think a 15 it reached.
Yes,
now.
that is why we have 15, Anisha, because of leadership. because of leadership, Bridget. So when I ask Minister Tufton to put mechanism in place so that we can catch the criminal doctor them, we are telling the people them about how we not no space on the calendar to do no surgery, and I tell them about that 2 years before they can get on the government list when $50 is machine plug out and push in a corner. These are the things that I am talking about. And a hard work, me I keep to the guru and a rocket science. And a hard work that.
Munchi, we all have that same expectation of Christopher Tufton.
You and Isha have no expectation of Christopher Tufton.
No,
you think that he might do a great job.
No, me never said that.
Here, Bridget, she know JUTC is a smaller than L sector. It doesn't matter the size. It doesn't matter the size, Bridget. It's about the leadership. It's about the leadership. If Tufton want Soji, Tufton can set up a racket and get it and put things in place, organize with the people them who go do them dialysis and put one mold in the system for all right. Send me up to go sit down Thursday on dialysis there, Bridget. And me will lose my eye and look how much time Mrs. Maddie come in and breakfast Maddie to Jack then. I will be the informer. Put me up there to sit down for a day. And I will go up and pretend and sign up and go next time I come for dialysis. And I will watch and see how much people are going to come out and tell Soji, say, Soji, you know, so the machine now, where can you go? I recommend you go down a Jack then. And then I will video it and tape it and bring it back. I will bring back the evidence. I will video it, tape it. Anything you want me to do, but we cannot have these people in the system, Soji. Just a break with themselves.
Munchi, all right, you talk about the lower end, right? What about you, a regular person, don't have access to the CEO and then big tapandaris people where they in a big top position there? But do the big corruption them, how we fix that?
That have other business. We are talking about the rooted, embedded problem. That's what we are talking about. I put it to you, Anisha. Anisha, you say anytime somebody go up a Yui and catch them on video or do them something there, then we stop.
Munchi, I am saying to you that is the small, the lower end of the problem, right? The bigger end, the bigger part with the CEO and them people where they will pass cold dog with it, right? We the regular people can't do them something there.
Munchi, let me say something and leave because it get late and it way past my bedtime. Kingo, as usual, word I love. We may have eaten discussion at times. That is how it is, and we tell we say we are labor right because labor right and a cult.
Yeah, Carl, man. Yeah,
when we want to say to us, a child was born 2011. The next selection will come 2013. How old that child would be? Time for vote, right? That child would be that time qualify for vote.
Yes,
we really believe?
Yes.
Yes. We really believe so we can talk to them about the 18 and a half years of the PNP.
Jesus Christ. Carl, nobody not talk.
That's a wonderful question, Carl. That's a wonderful question, Carl.
Anisha, just hold out the sister, please. Because somehow we do it.
That is a wonderful question.
Talk about this 18 and a half years of PNP. And while we understand, say PNP mess up the thing with the 18 and a half years and do as them like. These young voters will come out, them don't know nothing about PNP. We are going to come the next election. Them not going to know nothing about PNP. So we have to make sure, say our campaign now revolve around the PNP about 18 years and them nonsense there.
Yes, Carl, I agree.
Work.
I agree,
we get
Carl.
that in our head and we know somehow we not going to like you or me talk, but that's fine.
Yes, Carl, I back you 100%.
Guys, let me say this to you. All are we entitled to our own opinion. I believe Mr. Tufton do a marvelous job. But I still maintain that the time has come when should have served elsewhere. We have a good night and take care of yourself.
Yes, Carl, have a good night and we talk tomorrow when you go live.
Tomorrow, my brother.
Have a
Man,
wonderful
blessings,
night.
God.
God. Bless up
I want to
yourself.
say this, Munchie. I want to say
Yes,
this.
Soji. Yes, my brother.
15
And the church people then
years
gone.
is very close to 15 years is very close to 18 years. So Carl is right. 2030 we can come and talk about PNP 18 years. Exactly right. We have to talk about what we did in 50 years, which we have done a lot so far, but we'll have to continue on that part. But as I said, Munchie, and now you are going at the same part. The thing is, but I explained to you earlier that I have to start from the bottom to the top. So what is happening now? Because a lot of fixes being done at the bottom, the top is being exposed. As Anisha said earlier, this is an opportunity to clean house. This is an opportunity
Very
to
much
clean
so,
house. It is, and I've been saying it's an opportunity now to clean house at the top. Because what we would have done for the past 10 years is investing in the lower half of the horse, that is the legs, to get the horse up and running. So the legs would have been invested in, and you, Munchie, and me would have seen major changes in our health sectors and at our hospitals. So that means if investment has been done, things have been seen. So what you're calling for, and I am calling for, and everybody is calling for now, is to wipe the top clean of these people who are taking our tax dollars.
Thank you very much, Soji.
You understand me? Because we cannot look past it.
You're not call for nothing from Tufton.
No, man, I'm calling for him to step up, as we said, to fix him. He's doing it. Because when, as I said, an explanation was given to me. And he would have changed the board. He would have changed the board at UE. So this is the thing now. He has time to focus on this, because what have happened is that he invested so much in the legs of the horse. Now it's time to move up to the body. So that is what is happening now. You understand me? So I believe 100% that we'll see a fix. You understand me? Because look at it, Munchie. Munchie, remember this in the Munchie. I remember one health center down in my community. Nobody no go there in Munchie. A hospital then gone. The condition of the health center, Munchie, nobody now go. Then listen to Munchie, them appear fear. I tell about maybe almost at 500, you know, to go hospital and the community have this health center. Nobody now go because of the condition of it. No, if you see the health center, you think of one hospital. The health center, you think of one hospital. No, when they move it to the new location and do what they do since the last 10 years. So we have to give kudos for the great job of putting on the legs and the horse. But as you said, they were not complete. So this next 4 years now is to fix the body of the horse. To fix it. So we can really see.
Our Empress gone on a church time. Empress! Yes, I agree with you. Yes, brother, good night. I agree with Soji. I agree with you. I agree with you. And as soon as Tufton start, as soon as me see the good work with Soji just here go on, I will come back and say, yes, Tufton, me I feel you. And me I got to do one research, because me I get to understand from the people when they know more than me say. The CEO of UE have this awesome power from I don't know who, then say from the Service Commission, and report to nobody. Soji. Unacceptable.
He's supposed to, but he not leave.
Unacceptable, Soji.
It's simple, it's unacceptable.
Yeah, and I want somebody at the PAC.
Right.
Of course, I want somebody at the PAC, Soji, to ask the internal auditor, when did he send the report? Who did he send the report to? Can remember him saying cite the breaches in 2019, Who did he send it to? Was it the CEO or was it straight to the board? What is the chain of command? Can he release that to the public, to the committee? And also, after I release it to the committee, we know who exactly he sent it to. If it was to the CEO, and then the CEO sent it to the chairman. That way we would know if the chairman, if it got to the chairman.
Munch, listen to this. Hold on, man. Listen to this.
Hold on, Soji, hold on. Me cut now, me go.
Remember, say paper them fell out in the Munchie. So what paper you talk about?
No man, they talk report. No man, he must have it on in computer, man. He must have it on in computer.
He must have it in an email.
Yeah, man.
He must have it in an email, man. Lied.
Me love your stance, Munchie, and sometimes we have to beg for the government them and the ministers them ruffle some feathers. So
of course.
me with you 100%.
Tufton have to much up on Harris friend and they're not doing shit.
I beg to differ from Carl. Because one thing we know, if you don't know where you're coming from, you're not
They
gonna
can't
know
go,
where you
yeah.
go.
Simple.
A
And he
man
has been
raise a
doing an
topic,
awesome
I may
job
leave
too,
with
though.
this. A man ask a question on a live me I listen a while ago. And the man say, them did have 700 people on the live, and the man say, where the ball where PJ did buy. And you see that question the way man asks? And it was a topic for the rest of the night because a lot of people never know say PJ did pay much and all know where the ball lady. So if we
Nobody
don't
not see
know where
ball.
I come from,
I mean a football. I mean a football and I never see ball neither.
exactly. And that is one of them talking point, the PNP. Them no want you talk about nothing from the 8. Them no want rest. So me not agree with that. But anyways, big up guys.
Yeah,
and
man.
love
Good
you.
night. Big up.
One
Big up.
love.
Bless up yourself.
I told tonight I'm a church night and I want to call my church people then go on after me tell you no for go on. Look here, Soji. My problem is not about when we tell people about the history of the PNP now, is how. When we are telling the people of the history of the PNP, Soji, as it relates to the health sector, we must show them where we're coming from and where we are now. We cannot use it for like how Anisha love do Soji. We cannot use it to justify problem that is happening. No, we can't use it as excuse. We must use it as example. We must say, this is how we meet it and look on it now. This is what we talked and met and this is what it did now. But every time people bring up anything about the health sector, Soji, Anisha started to tell about that Winston Dawes and Luna Samba and Pickers Gill and PJ and so she got to work.
No.
You understand?
Munchi, don't tell you say the health sector is in a better position than the 18.5 years reign with it under PJ Patterson.
But we already know that Anisha don't. Anisha, here's my point, Anisha. You don't have to bring that up on the Jamaica Labour Party platform because we all know the condition of the health sector under the People's National Party. You don't have to bring that up to justify your argument. What we want is to list out what you can continue to do, which you do it all the time, is list out the change, the great improvement and the tough time which Soji and you always do. But that doesn't mean that we cannot criticize what we see going on now. And that doesn't mean say we not feel we not feel set to tough and say tough tan. The well-credentialed people that when you put on the board, none of them couldn't tell you nothing we're going, none of them never hear, none of them never see. Carl Tufton say they succumbed to irregularities. That is an indictment on the members of the board, Soji. Instead of they go up, they go make changes, they go up, they go join the cabal.
But Munchi, and that is why I said to you, because of the long-standing agreement that was done from Winston Dawes and John Jr. days, that is what messed up the whole entire system.
No, Anisha, this have absolutely nothing to do with John Jr. and Mr. Carr. The well-credentialed people, when Dr. Dawes, when Dr. Tufton said, they on the board and ignore. But they shouldn't. But that is the problem we're having.
But look, the one them where they did before them, members said them corrupt them, so them off. It's like.
So what? Okay.
All right. Remember, the Marty Perkins tell we say, Upper UE is intellectual ghetto, and everybody knows that PNP pack up there. So we expect
you're going back to PNP now. You tell me, say the people, them, the well-credentialed people, they went off and refer to them are PNP.
Do one of them are get
into you're there, Soji, you're there. You saw me can't bother with her? But anybody say Empress because me can't listen to church service mash up and all because I want to see people. Let me tell you tonight I'm Sabbath and I don't want to talk the politics tonight, I want to make all of my church people them gone at them bed. I don't see Empress nowhere. I don't see Fabi. I don't see Cam because they come early and gone when they soon talk about politics, man. You are telling me Anisha say the credentialed people them wake up on the board. All of them are PNP. All of them got join up where they go sing.
Indoctrinated in the cult up there.
Mighty
Simple
God.
as that. Simple.
Mighty God, Anisha. I don't know what to say about you and your team of people them who refuse to see that Tufton people them when put on the board never come Queen at church time, never report to him. I guess they never know. I could say they never know because Travis say Patrick Hilton upon the board for years and he say never know about the tax exempt. So look at they never hear. So I am going to believe that the minister never hear a word from the chairman. 3 chairman, Mr. Chow, Mr. Chow, me Google it. 3 chairman, Google tell me said 3 chairmen run the boards from 2016. And not one of them couldn't pinch Tufton and tell Tufton what go on the board. And that you tell me this evening, Anisha? Eh?
Munchi,
Yes.
me not say no more to you again.
Queen, happy Sabbath, sister Queen. You come when everything over because me have to turn my Sabbath into politics, Queen, because you know, so once me start talk about Tufton, then I love that and then get mad and gone. You understand?
So but tonight we did say tonight I did so what make you start with politics?
I don't know who bring up I must see what you come bring it up.
No, not tell life and so.
Oh my God.
And I don't see the church people them know where they gone and to them is and I'm a Sabbath and I don't know me a Christian. Anybody see Empress tell us me a caller? You don't see her over any live?
No, sir.
You guys are the ants within the jar. Red and black ants. Find out who shake the jar. Brigadier, what that mean? Anybody have Empress can text Empress and tell Empress at church time because the politics is over, Raquel. Because we shouldn't start the politics for me Sabbath, you know, especially if you talk about Tufton, you know, Rocky. Because you know, once we talk about Tufton, a pure problem. Because none of them don't want to say Tufton supposed to look what going up so. They say me no fi say that, and the minister no for this, and the minister never know, and me I blame the minister for this, and me I blame the minister for that, and the minister can't fire people, and the minister can't this, and the minister can't that, and the minister can't everything. You understand, Queen?
Yeah, me hear you.
Yeah. We don't like when we tell them something there. We don't like it. Empress over key Kearney, like Kearney sin live. Go on fear for me antenna. Touch over there, over where? Over where? Oh, Kernet. Kernet live diamond. Kernet. Go on fear, cause she too out but she gonna keep church elsewhere. And she have to bleed quiet so. You go on fear for me, diamond. Go on fear over Kernet, you say Kernet? Go on fear. Empress serious about our church though. Me should have never make the devil come intervene and mash up my church day today, no Queen. I should never have allowed the devil to come in and intervene in my Sabbath.
I said, but we name plan so we're gonna have church, cause
yeah, no them come bring up politics and then no one if it put to talk about Tufton. But exactly, Rocky. They make me sin my soul today. All because they want absolve Christopher Tufton of any criticism as it relates to the LC. I never said this in my life, Rocky. From I was born out of my mother PNP womb, I never see a set of labor right set in a one way. So, and the whole of them stay so, Rocky. Is the whole of them stay so. Once you say, what happened to the oversight? Nobody not tell Tufton nothing. They start getting mad at me and start cuss me. I never see a set of labor rights stay so yet, Queen. How do stay so, Queen? How do stay so? Anisha was in the comment section. She couldn't wait to come up and tell me about how Winston does set the rule and that was why the health sector is so corrupt. I don't know what is wrong with the members of the Jamaica Labour Party. But you see the reason why me can Opayowe, Queen. I don't know what is wrong with the members of the Jamaica Labour Party. But you see, the Prime Minister said it clearly, Queen. The Prime Minister said, him no need no opposition because the Jamaica Labour Party members hold him accountable and tell him right from wrong. So I don't understand how uno no one we to tell Tufton nothing. Eh? I don't understand them that Marisha first be set a labor rights here. So if me want them, if me want me and if it fall out, man, just mention Tufton name. Hey? Call her for me, Rocky. Tell her to come now. Cause church I go start now. Cause I need my soul to be cleansed and washed in the blood of the Lamb, because I have sinned and fall short of the glory of God because of these labor rights. Who want to tell me that nobody should ask no question about what's going to pass at your way.
And then labor right then, because from the other day and then the labor right.
People like Anisha, Rocky. I should never make them draw me out for choose Rocky, because I should have know better than that. Me fall for it. Fall for it, Rocky.
You did that cost, Madam Speaker, and then the labor right then when you did say you did go on bad this week.
Yeah, the labor right then make me go on bad. The PNP them go on bad this week. But me come for me Sabbath hour. Oh no, the labor right.
But if you come with the Sabbath hour, Madam Speaker, you don't feel make nothing changing.
Me don't know what wrong with me, Anisha. Me sorry, say me go make the devil come in on my heart this evening. I can take away me blessing.
Madam Speaker, why you blame me and I miss it and I miss? Are you start it up?
I mean, I don't want to start it up, Anisha.
But Madam Speaker, I mean, I look for you to life for morning. I mean, I see you.
Well, Queen, me that tell a story. Say, I don't know, say my niece them there for the 1 week holiday, right? So this morning, my niece wake up early from 6:30 and pack up her don't see me, I go back her yard. And she wake me up. So me go back because I miss my morning sleep. You know me, I want to wake up 10 o'clock. So me miss my morning sleep. So when me carry them go put them on the bus, me I tell the people them Queen say I put them on the JUTC bus, Queen, and just sit on the bus, you know, sister. I'm put them on the bus with their back same. Well, that was not nice, don't Queen?
They might go back to a long time stairs.
Me tell them if you learn for better, because when they start high school, they go better in a JUTC bus. So try for now it feel. Yeah. And so because of that, now when me come back from the bus stop down in Nashville now, I'm here from them say they reach a water theater safe and sound. Me just gone back in my bed, gone sleep. You know, me are the one where they come on social media and promote the JUTC, no Queen. So then if you get themselves acquainted with it, because me not drive go town. Why would I drive to town, Queen, when the JUTC is $1,200? And if you have a bus card, it's cheaper. Me I get them a bus card. I wouldn't get them 2 bus cards for when they come back. Yeah, cause me I go and pay the $1,200. Me I go put money on the card, and when they come down here, me just put them back on the bus. Cause $5,000 for toll, $10,000 for gas, $15,000 for go a town for go drop off Pitney when bus are run. No, me dear. Wake up and put them on the bus quick and fast. So that is why I'm missing today, because I was getting my evening sleep. So when I come on live at 7 o'clock this evening, Queen, it was for me to keep my worship. And then Kerry and Soji and some other labor right come up and ask me, say, if me say Tufton letter. And that start up everything, Queen. And that upset me.
Don't call me name, because I can't join on an argument. I never come ask you nothing about no Tufton letter. I hear me here when I chat and come in. Don't call me name.
Me thinking God, you know, guys.
Me thinking God.
What we hello guys, our Empress there. Kerry, we're Empress, you don't go fear over Cornet yet. So Empress expect me to wait until 10 o'clock to start the service here.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mr. Linton Uther.
Yeah, remember, so me sing last week theater.
Yeah, man, we want to start. Make a go for me in book, because Empress, one of the things the church can't keep without her.
Okay, there.
The Empress, one of the things say one man around the church, Utah. Yeah. Imagine she got to go past gonna one different church this Sabbath and she have a responsibility at this church. And she gonna other church gonna cock up. But anyway, we'll keep with service, Mr. Utah, because we now look pan her.
Yeah, we both a big tune last week.
Open. Church door still open.
Church door still open, guys. Welcome, blessed. Welcome to our Sabbath day this evening, guys.
I am not Sabbath keeper, you know?
You know, stay at church.
Not stay at church, but nobody will know welcome to Sabbath.
I hit a welcome to Sabbath. Mass youth, are you an Adventist too?
I'm a Pentecostal.
Do you come out?
No, yeah. Yeah, no,
Yes, sir.
See, I'm God.
All right, that's true, that's true. All right, everybody, welcome. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. We, Empress, let me tell you something. Come we read you out of church.
Good morning and good evening.
Welcome, Empress. We're going to start our service now, Empress. We're late, but it's never too late to serve the Lord.
Never too late.
Never too late. Welcome, everybody, to this our Sabbath.